let the dogs out? Who let Booker T dog out?
The intro for all you people in the chat, but you got to click that like button first, okay? So please do me a favor. Oh man, I thought I thought Jake had transitioned a second ago. Everybody, you're getting the countdown. Hey, everybody, hit the like button so we can get this thing going. Get it growing. Need that like button smashed. Well, this is where the intro is supposed to play. So anytime now, intro that you want, anytime the intro wants to play is will be great. Intro, thank you, intro. Come on, intro. It's a blank screen, intro. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Come on, intro. Please play intro. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, intro. Oh, there we go. Is this right? We'll find out. Yeah.
child, the boys, wow. Yeah, they really moving. I said chill. Up and down, that's fine. I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
I'm not your boy toy.
Boy toy.
I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy, boy toy. move. I said chill. Up and down, that's fine. I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
I'm not your boy toy.
Boy toy.
I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy, boy toy.
I saw it, so now you have to see it. Bro, Shawn Michaels reminds me of Leah's dad, kind of like, but Leah's dad would never sing Sexy Boy, let alone like that. I'm sorry, Jake, to submit to, you know, I thought your daughter was going to start the show. I thought you transitioned for a second. I was like, what happened?
For a minute there, yeah, I went ahead and switched, and she was my stand-in. But hey, you know, you never know what happens around this house. I could transition next week and be more medical misinformation, right?
Did you just rip the scissor arm off the desk?
No. I'm trying to readjust everything.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'll take over. So in case you don't understand, at last minute, Jake got some new equipment. So he's been putting it together.
Bought me a hammer, and I'm here to swing. You know, so we got some better equipment. I don't sound, hopefully, noticeably different. You know, some improvement.
Yeah, I think so. I just got to turn you up. I had you down. Oh, my bad. I fixed you.
All good. I'm a little behind still. I'm watching Tony Storm in the ring with Saraya, and they're kind of mouthing off against each other. And then you have the, you know, Japanese girl come in that drinks with everybody. I don't know what's going on with AEW tonight, Joe. It's been a
Tony,
bit of a mess.
Multiple times during the match, Tony Storm is like, and, you know, I just don't like her. Like, just, I don't even know. Like, she, like, couldn't find words. And I said, just call her a nasty bimbo. That'd be funny. But, like, I almost think Tony Storm was, like, censoring herself. Like, she wanted to call her a skank or something, or like, something. And then she was like, oh, I don't even know what to call her or whatever. And she, like,
yeah,
I don't know. She really didn't have her fastball tonight on commentary. She just kind of, she
really wasn't with the character, no. And then she fell on her ass trying to take her shoes off and throw her shoe at Saraya. So that was funny.
Yeah.
She did wipe out there. But, hey, I wish it was more of like, hey, this is in her head. This is what's been happening. And it wasn't everybody playing up on and seeing the black and white. And I wish it was more like she went crazy and everybody's just playing along with it rather than being in the black and white world that we now have been included in. So I know a lot of people are big fans of it. I'm not crazy about the gimmick. I get what they were going for, but I don't think it's been that great. And unfortunately, most of that is because she doesn't have really anybody decent to go up against. 1 week she's a heel, then she's a face, then she's a heel again, then she's a face. So you don't know what you're supposed to be expecting or what to get. Or all right, so this week we're rooting for Tony because everybody's booing Saraya, but then next week they're booing Serena Deep. So it's like, all right, now she's a face, then she's a heel. It just switches too much for people to really give a damn. And that's been a big issue for a while now with AEW.
Yeah. I didn't get a lot out of AEW from what I watched. I watched a little bit, but you know, all I got was the MJF stuff was good because MJF is so intense and real and serious and fun and stuff like that. So really it was, once again, MJF was great. And that was about it for me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's out of everything we got. That was it. It was MJF is still great on the mic. He was very high. And yeah, you know, that was about all we got out of his promo. He threatened everybody and he's going to have a match with Roosh. Does anybody care? I don't think so.
It was funny when he said, I'm having a match against some random Japanese or international guy that nobody knows about or whatever. I thought that was funny.
I'm gonna face somebody that nobody knows. Yeah, but go ahead and make sure you get your tickets. I like him, you know, shilling things and being funny like that. It worked out well for his promo. And then he's trying to put Roosh over. Oh, you're the best. You were the best in Mexico. You were the best here, Nepo baby. And I just don't give a damn about Roosh, sadly. So I'm really not involved in this back and forth. It just feels more like just background noise.
I thought it was funny when it was like, wow, he really has. I mean, he's got a real thick accent when he's speaking, and I'm like, oof, like this is rough. And then MJF literally was like, I didn't get any of that. I thought that was funny.
It was a little. It made me laugh. I mean, MJF is great, like you said, with the quick retorts. He's always very witted and, you know, quick-minded. So I'm always impressed by how fast he can come out with some of these great comebacks. And he's amazing on the mic, even as high as he was. And you could see it. His eyes were about as squinty and bloodshot as mine are right now. So,
Also, want to talk about the fact that everybody's going to click the like button right now so we can get hard and get to 100 likes. But also want to talk about the fact that, people do think, Jake, that you were abducted and that you're not really Jake and that you were installed, like Eminem or one of those things.
Yeah, somebody went ahead and just, replaced me. I could be a carbon copy, That's
Right.
the funny thing, though. You don't know.
You're right.
You don't know.
The
So,
real Jake is in a basement. You're in a basement somewhere with like Fauci or something, and you're actually, just a copy, a clone.
Would explain a lot. Could be.
It would explain the penis problems.
That too.
Which
More
don't talk about
misinformation.
those. We might get a strike.
we might tear
get a
down
strike.
the Cronin show.
Literally,
one symptom at a time.
we literally got a strike for you talking about what a prescription did to your semen. Like I just don't even know it.
It's hilarious. Out of all the shit I could exaggerate or bullshit about, the one thing that I'm absolutely like, hey, this is embarrassing but hilarious. Let's talk about this. And I go through with it and I'm like, how is that it's an actual symptom? It's like the most common symptom. But
Nope, it's misinformation.
Thank you, YouTube.
I'm sure it'll get fixed, but it's just funny. It's like, what the fuck? And I appealed it right away. Like, this is clearly satire and a real story at the same time. Like, what? Fucking
I don't know if you
YouTube.
saw the video I sent you yesterday. I was freaking out. I was trying to basically pull a Hulk Hogan. I drank 5-hour energies, and at that point, I hit the magical 25th hour of the day.
Yeah.
And from there, I've just been pretty much running on Celsius and energy drinks. So we're ready to go tonight. We got a lot to talk about, all about,
Well,
WWE,
thank you very much, Jake, for being here, Jake. I really appreciate that, but you got to go right now.
Got to go now. Thank you
See
so
you
much,
later.
everybody.
Let's go,
I appreciate it. It's been a great
donations.
night.
Let's bring the
See you
donations.
next week.
Jake's leaving. Bye, Jake. See you later. All right, guys, donate away. Drop the bombs. Drop the bombs, everybody. Let's go. Jake's gone. He's dead. All right. See, look, he's gone. Drop those donations, guys. Here we go. Jake's gone, everybody. It's safe. He doesn't get anything now. All right, but no, yeah, I need a Celsius really bad right now. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I worked all day on all kinds of shit. And then at the very end of the day, I took my kids to the lake, which was in the sun, so that warmed me down. And then I got home, and then I cleaned this room up and set up everything. So, like, I've been going nonstop, and I feel like this coffee's not working, and this water is not. I'm like, water, vitamin B12. I got a huge vitamin. This is a vitamin super drink, like 2 packets of B12C energy, whatever the fuck. And then I've got waters up the yin yang over here. Then I've got my coffee with some sugar in it. I mean, I usually drink black coffee, but I'm loading it. And like, I'm still feeling like, oof, like, I mean, it's going to take some shit to light a fire under my balls tonight. But I really need Celsius, Jake. I need you to send me a Celsius, please.
I'm going to have to go ahead and pass them through the USB port for you, and just share as we can. Or is that something the clone would say?
Right.
Tell me, Joe. Yeah, big thing to get your fire under your ass. I don't know how much you care, but I'm curious of your thoughts. Jordan Grace being the opponent, we talked about it last week, but now we're seeing more promises and basically veiled threats, you could all but say, online of wrestlers saying they're going to work for other promotions, and they're all kind of putting on their little stories, but it seems like quite a few people from NXT will be going over to TNA soon. Do you have any care about this? Is it anything for you? Or
yeah, clearly TNA and NXT are about to do some some working together.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, being described, and we have their huge show this weekend for NXT Battleground, Las Vegas. They're going to be at the UFC, center there, their home base in Vegas. So that'll be interesting to see how that works. I mean, that place was basically built for their performance center during COVID time, so they could have shows and whatnot. And I mean, they were going to build it eventually anyways, but at least it worked out for them. So they have this great arena there, and I'm curious how it's going to look for wrestling. It looked really good for UFC. I know a few people were worried because of the limited amount of seats there are. There's about 1,200 that they can set up for in there, but usually it sounds really lively. So I'm hoping it comes across as well for that. Because they've been having these NXT shows in arenas doing 16,000, 18,000 fans each show.
Yeah.
So
NXT's selling out more tickets than AEW for sure.
Yeah. And they're also expecting, after UFC Apex, obviously, to have UFC fighters there. So Dana White is making an appearance in the crowd. And you're going to have many more there this weekend as well. So they're hoping that star power of the UFC fighters also kind of brings some eyes to the NXT product.
With TNA, I mean, it just makes all the sense. I mean, it's their company now, so it's their shit. Like, the TNA doing well helps them do well. So now they've got another wrestling show essentially. So they've got a reason to help TNA now. Now it's not even like, hey, let's work together kind of for fun, which is, what everybody always thought, like, hey, they would work together for some fun or for whatever reason. But now it's like, this is a real business reason that they need to work together. So
exactly. Hey. And this is benefiting really TNA more than anything. But I mean, we saw Jordan Grace come out with the NXTNA, shirt on and whatnot. We know that we're going to see more Sunday at Battleground as far as TNA talent goes, and we're going to see more coming over to TNA as well from NXT and possibly the main roster. We'll see. But here's kind of the worrying thing. We know that they've had quite a few firings lately, and they've let go some very important people who have been with TNA pretty much since the beginning. And it's a little disheartening because they've had all this great resurgence and momentum, and there has been so many different, just very long-term people there. David Sahadi, R.D. Evans, Lou D'Angeli. I mean, for a variety of reasons, they all different. People were forced out, but then Scott D'Amore, when he was now gone, and it just kind of.
Well, now we know. I think Scott D'Amore is gone because WWE doesn't like him. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but WWE buying the whole thing has. Well, I mean, why else? WWE is someone that they're going to put in that position.
It is possible.
Or TKO, I mean, is the real, right? Because isn't that like TNA is part of TKO, right?
Not yet. Not that I mean, with Anthem, I don't believe so. But
what makes them connected? I forget now. Then. Do you know?
Right now, it's just a working relationship.
No. TNA is part of something. They're part of them somehow. There's a reason. There's literally a business reason why this is happening.
You might be right.
It's something. Is not part of TKO Group Holdings, but TKO does include WWE, a global leader in sports entertainment. TKO is publicly traded. But what's the?
Yeah, I don't think it's. I know there. I think there
something brought them together recently, and maybe it's the network they're on. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
What is it? What the fuck is it? Why do I can't remember? What is going on with my brain? Somebody in the chat. Anybody remember what just changed recently about TNA? It has something to do with something. TKO or.
Since the Hard to Kill pay-per-view in January, they've seen
Endeavor.
Backstage people. Endeavor
is partnered with TNA plus the app, so it's the app. So there you go. The relationship there. There's a business reason it's happening. It's not just like, hey, let's do it for business for fun.
I know there was something in vague with the working relationship, but I couldn't recall what.
Yeah, there's a real business reason.
And with this backstage shakeup that they had, key people were fired, let go, and now they have no bookings, no plans, no. Talent arrangements past August. So are they planning on, telling us that the company's no more past then? And then do we see WWE buy TNA? That could be a possibility. I mean, there's a lot of what ifs going around right now with the uncertainty of what's going to happen with TNA going forward. And a lot of people are unsure. We've seen, it seems like Anthem is kind of just cleaning up shop and taking everybody out one by one.
Yeah, there's definitely something up with that. In the chat, everybody, I know some of you are just getting in here, so let me just play it for the people that are just getting in here. Because if we have to see it, you have to see it too. And here it is. If you didn't see it, you're ready to cringe yourself. Especially...
I know I'm sexy.
Let's just hear that part again, the beginning.
I know I'm sexy. I got the lust. They try, the boys, wow. Yeah, they're really moving. I said chill. Up and down, that's fine. I'm just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
I'm not your boy toy.
Boy toy.
I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm I'm not your boy toy boy son.
Oh, where's Sherry when you need her, huh?
I know. Remember, people thought Sherry couldn't sing. Like, Sherry had like at least like this emotion, like Remember, like how it's like she has this really like it's like it's like
high pitch.
Like it's very like creamy compared to Sexy Red. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I think he's cute.
Oh my God, Sexy Red. Why didn't she say I'm just a Sexy Red too? I thought that would have been.
It would have fit.
Just a Sexy Red. I mean,
yeah, Alex is right in the chat. Less cringy than Jericho's, thanks guys segments in the ring tonight. They just get worse and worse.
I just turn them off, and I'm not even like, it's so weird. Like it's not good, Jericho. It's not good, bro. I'm telling you, Jericho. We're sorry, brother, but bro, it's not good. Like it's not. This is not good shit.
Duncachino?
Jericho, what are you doing?
If I do. What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
No.
Celsius, wake Joe up.
Celsius, wake Joe up. Yes, I need a little help waking up tonight. The donations might help me. I'm not going to lie. It's not. Maybe there's something wrong with me about money or something, but it's probably because I'm in sales. But I'll tell you, when the donations do come in, I do get revved up. Like, it does wake me up a bit. I go, yeah. Like, and there's something that starts flowing through my body. So it does work. But I need more than that, too. I need a Celsius, I think. But I'm drinking. I had a long day today. It was an insane day. I can't even begin. Aside from probably the stuff that Jake deals with, it was just a murderous day outside all around. I worked all day, 5 a.m. till now. The kids, Leah had to go to work tonight, so I got the kids, so I'm checking in on them as we do the show, as they're laying down. But I'm just beat. So I got coffee, I got water, I got vitamin water, mixed energy shit right here, and it's not quite doing the thing that Celsius would do. I'm tempted to DoorDash Celsius, Jake. And
you might need it. I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm going to tell you the problem with door dashing, though, bro. I refuse to not tip. I refuse to tip anything less than $10.
Yeah.
And that hurts, though, to do that.
Guess who's back?
Oh, shit.
Jake is back.
Oh, Jake is back.
Yeah.
Matt Cologne, thank
Jake
you.
Is back. Grab your banana, peel it down, and pretend it's a nutsack and lick it up.
Huge
because
boner.
Jake is back.
You guys aren't supposed to donate until Jake leaves. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Stay sexy.
Breaking the rules.
You gotta stay sexy. Stay sexy.
Wow.
Jake is back.
Jericho sucks.
It all makes sense now. New Jake is a clone.
Wow, new Jake is a clone. That is, yep.
Oh, everybody getting on this. That's ridiculous. I'm not a clone. That's crazy. I don't know why anybody would insinuate that. That's
I don't know.
Nuts.
And you're drinking cyanide, but it's okay. Listen, the Jericho segments are bad. Like we don't like them. They're not. I don't care. I think Jericho hates people right now. See, here's my theory. My theory is this: Jericho is mad because the fans didn't really like the last few things he did. Like, for real, he was really trying to do stuff the last couple of times. This is literally Jericho saying, you know what? You guys you want to make fun of me for being fat, and you don't want to like the things that I want to do now? Okay, well, now I'm going to do something that literally is go away heat on purpose. And it's kind of like, what? Like, it's totally on purpose. I
But
think
here
he's
he's
upset.
talking to Yahoo Joe 2 days ago, and Chris Jericho says that 4 out of 6 weeks, the Learning Tree segment was one of the highest rated on the show.
What?
That's pretty cool. Thanks to you guys. And he's not wrong either.
What?
I don't know how, but like both between the demo and like, I don't know if it's like the 9 o'clock hour placement of where he is, but he's had like a slight influx of viewers each
Oh my
time.
God.
And he's not wrong. So he's like, my ratings are high. I'm probably being on the show a lot more than the younger guys who quite aren't delivering the numbers right now. But that's okay. They'll learn. How condescending and just totally sociopathic does that sound? But hey, that's all right. His mask slipped a little there. A little bit of the real sociopath came out. But he said, more importantly, it's better for me because I get to explain all of my lessons to you. So he's staying in character, yes, but he's not wrong. Each week you've seen a even if it's not a massive growth, it is a growth in viewers overall. So he's not technically wrong, and I hate it because it's only justifying it in his mind that these segments are working, and we're only getting, then he's going to Tony, look, the ratings are great, you got to give me more time. And it's just, we saw him so many times tonight backstage, and and then and then again backstage. He had, I think, 3 backstage segments in total tonight, so he had way too much TV time.
And I can see that it would be like, people want to watch to see him, like, what is he going to implode? Is it going to get worse? Is he going to do something more dumb or ridiculous? So I get, like, if that's okay, that's why people are watching, because they're like, oh wow, it's so bad and terrible that. Whoa!
I'm still here.
Huge bonus. Wait a minute, Jake is still on the show. You can't donate yet. What are you?
Playing the spot all day.
See pain.
I want you to jam it.
Waking up! Waking up!
I want it jammed in my bunghole. Oh, in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle.
Jake is a cyborg, not a clone, lol.
Woo!
Wow. Jake.
More machine than man, that's right. Z-Pain waking you up, Joe.
Cyborg. Yo, Z-Pain, thank you, dude. Hey, maybe I will DoorDash some Celsius now. I don't know.
Gotta wake your ass up.
We gotta make a Celsius donation. I feel like that would be.
I was like, Joe, wake up!
Yeah.
There's money!
And then it's like Celsius. It's like, it's gotta be metal. Like, Celsius! There's cyanide in it! Like something like that.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Feel it in your soul.
Wow.
Caffeine surges. It really does have a lot of goddamn caffeine, though. Holy hell.
Yeah, bro. 200 million. It's 3 cups of coffee or something.
Crazy.
Like in one little can.
I asked if you wanted coffee while I was shaking, Just, it was like 4 a.m, but hey, it's all right.
Z-Pain is going up top now. It's going to erase Huge Boner off the whole board. Z-Pain.
Not going to erase him from our hearts, though.
No, we love him, but
we love Huge Boner.
When it's under 100,
but we can't talk about boners.
Oh shit! Yeah, be careful with that. Z-Pain.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Huh?
Jericho is playing a tard.
Jericho's playing a tard. I think he thinks we're tards, and he's like, this is what you deserve then. This is what you get. This is what you deserve, Sith Negan style,
Just slowly but surely.
Yeah. I don't know what I know that I turn it off. Joe Bishop, thank you for the donation. I just know that I've been turning it off. When I see Jericho, I'm like, no, I just turn it off.
Well, here, I'm trying to pull up the quarter hours from Dynamite really quick. Collision, Dynamite, SmackDown, WrestleNomics, where the fuck is it? Rampage, SmackDown, you are not helping me here, bud. But he is right. Jericho's segment has been either the highest viewed or has increased with viewership the most out of everything else. So, yeah, I mean, quarter hours don't lie, but sadly, I always feel like it just happens. Here we go. So for last week, let's see here.
My God,
yeah,
die.
Year over year. Let's see where they went ahead and came in with the Jericho segment here. So
that's crazy, by the way. I just can't
Yeah, he went up 11% from the previous quarter hour. So he did have a growth, and he was overall at the highest.
Jericho has gyno? Is that what someone said? He had surgery?
That'd be interesting. I haven't heard anything on that, but.
Well, people have been talking about it because his boobs look like they're stapled backwards. Like I look at Jericho's boob area and I'm like, because I have huge gyno right here. I got some massive gyno. I have titties, I
dealt with it with all the freaking lack of testosterone I have. That's why I have to stab myself every other week with those goddamn needles.
I was born even when I was younger though. I had it even when I was skinny. So I could see. So Jericho, people think, went to have a surgery, but I'm actually wondering if Jericho's it is weird how it always. I just always thought he had a tiny chest, like that was it.
Yeah, I mean,
but people said he went for gyno surgery. I mean, like, okay. I mean, if
could
he
be why
did,
he's only doing this currently on, basically doing interviews and not wrestling. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He's always been like I've always thought his nipples were funny that they like seemingly like go inside. Like they do the opposite of mine. Mine stick out like the triangle, you know. His go inside like flatly. But people are saying he had gyno surgery in the chat. I don't know. I mean, it looks like he did. I'll tell you one thing he did is he stopped. I
mean, The Rock's had it. A lot of people have had it. It's not uncommon.
He's gained all the weight back. What, a year? Just in 2022.
Yeah, he got completely torn apart by the NBA audience, and they just ripped into him because. Yeah. Remember that? I think it was a Dynamite on a Saturday or something along this. And they had to lead in from NBA, and everyone just body shamed him. Look at this fat loser. I mean, they were like really.
How funny is that though? These people
he came back shredded like 3 months later.
These people had never seen AEW, and they didn't really know Jericho was still wrestling or in a different company.
No,
and the only thing they came away with, they didn't come away with, I'm going to start watching again, or wow, Jericho still wrestles. They came away with, damn, he looks like a fat what the hell happened to Chris Jericho? He looks like a slob. Like, what the hell?
The big sentiment was he looks like shit and he must be broke because why is he still wrestling? He does not look
Which
good.
Is the opposite. The guy's got millions of dollars. He's a
he was the AEW champion, the first ever.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of the bubbly. In the beginning, he was great. He was what the company needed.
Yeah.
But he should have been phased out. I really wish that later on.
I don't think he needed to be phased out. He just needed a direction.
See, I would have done much less with him after the initial. I would have made him more of like a not quite the Lesnar-esque, but I would have Jericho at like the big pay-per-views.
I'll tell you what I would have done. Well, exactly what you just said. But what I would have done is what you just said. I would have said, let's pretend it's 1994. And the Macho Man Randy Savage, right? Remember Vince was like, I'm going to put you on commentary. And Randy was like, no.
You're too old to wrestle at 43 or whatever.
Right, like, what are you doing?
Now, you look at Sting jumping off fucking.
Yeah, so I would have done that, though. I would have said, okay, Jericho's going to wrestle all the main pay-per-views and once in a while get involved. And I'm gonna make him like a color commentator or something.
Yeah, we'll have him on commentary. I would have done those type of things.
But he was getting paid
too
much. I would have
him out of like the there wouldn't have been the dinner debonair. There wouldn't have been the Orange Cassidy mimosa shit. I wouldn't have had him. He didn't. So far out of every group he's had, the Inner Circle, the Appreciation Society, all these different things, I can't think of one person that's benefited from working with Jericho.
Well, I mean, I don't agree with that at the beginning because I think Sammy Guevara, I think the whole Inner Circle.
Where's Sammy now? I mean, even still.
Well, that's has nothing to do with Jericho. That's Tony Khan's a fucking idiot.
No doubt. But I'm saying Sammy never was elevated to any other level besides where he was.
I always thought, I think that when Sammy Guevara was first introduced and Sammy Guevara was wrestling, I feel like he was a nobody that nobody knew, and he seemed like to be honest, he seemed like a little asshat, and I don't think he was doing very well.
That was too cocky. He had the panda head.
The panda head.
I liked his vlogs, and he had a good work ethic.
I do think that Jericho helped him. I really do. I think that did help. And I think,
I don't think it was Jericho having him be involved in that group.
They all work though. Think about it. Think of everything Jericho's done. It's all forgettable, all stupid. But what's the one thing? If you could go back and watch it, it's like I would go back and want to watch that early Inner Circle when Jericho was the champion because I felt like Guevara meant something. I felt like the Santiago brothers or whatever they were. I felt like they
Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, Santana and Ortiz were like a real thing. And Swagger, Hager, whatever, he's always sucked. But like he felt like
they tried to make him seem like, oh my god.
But it felt part of it. He felt part of it. It felt like a group. It really did.
And I mean, he just left the company all but a week ago. Him, Mark Henry, we discussed. All these people are leaving. I don't know why they wouldn't have.
First of all, Guevara has the ability, and he did for a little while after the Inner Circle. He had the ability to put on really good, fun mid-card matches. Guevara is a guy who should be their like mid-card workhorse Intercontinental Champion Eddie Guerrero type of guy who can have these crazy storylines and then have these great matches. Like, he so is that guy, I feel like, and they've squandered him because, number one, he got injured several times, and number two, their butt hurt because of comments he made. He's been suspended multiple times. Mercedes Moné, and whatever the reason is that he's missing, bro, something is wrong. They're going to release him, it feels like, and that's retarded because when I look at their roster and the people that I care about, it's like Darby Allin is at the top. It's like MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara. Those are people I care about. I didn't care about anybody else, even Orange Cassidy. I don't really care about. I think Guevara is ahead of Orange Cassidy. So
yeah, we gave a damn about the 4 pillars for a while, certainly.
Yeah, it's like I just
kind of helped that way, and then, like you said, I'm not denying that Jericho certainly had a good amount of influence, and I just don't feel like he was ever elevated past what they started with. So he always was stuck in that mid-card vortex, the TNT champion, Sammy, and I think he could have been much more. Again, most times when someone's working with Jericho, Daniel Garcia, I've said this several times before, he had
sucks.
The audience naturally chanting, "You're a wrestler." It wasn't anybody putting this on them. Like, it was just the crowd wanted to see him be a face with Bryan Danielson, and the booking was fucked. And yeah, that's a Tony thing, but still, like I said, looking back, it just doesn't feel like he ever got anybody higher than where they were when they joined him.
That guy,
I see the initial Inner Circle thing, but I think that having Sammy involved with that with anybody would have worked, not just Jericho. But I see your point. I mean, Jericho did offer a lot of notoriety.
What's that guy's name that didn't work? What's his name again?
Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia sucks, like, compared to Guevara. Like, Garcia is good in the ring, but he is just so generic.
He doesn't have the same natural charisma that Sammy has.
Exactly.
Sammy Guevara believes in himself, and it comes across that way. Daniel Garcia felt more like he was playing a wrestler.
He just doesn't have. Yeah, on the microphone, it doesn't come off right. He doesn't fully look.
But how do you get a chance to advance if you're not given time to talk and you get a chance to cut promos?
They give him time to talk, and then he talks, and it's kind of like, okay. But Guevara, it's not.
I also think the story held him back, though, from what he could have done, too. So the booking was.
Well, again, this is what I mean. Like, Jericho with Guevara, like, they had fun stories or fun little moments.
But a lot of times when we say the booking sucks and we're blaming Tony, it's Jericho deciding this.
Yeah, some of it, for sure.
And a lot of it is what they want to have done, their angles. And we've heard multiple times, there's different stars that say, hey, I'm not going to do what you want to do. Here's what I want to do, and this is how it's going to go.
Well, because the bottom line is this. Jericho said, I want to start a group, have this group behind me, and get a bunch of guys over, and I'll be the champion, and I'll get the belt over, and we'll get everything over. That was the goal. Him and Tony initially, though, talked about that. Jericho talked about it, but Tony did too. Tony was like, I want you to be a champion. I want you to. So it was like the two of them coming together to create this idea of the whether it was Jericho's idea mostly or Tony's. The bottom line is they thought really hard about it, and their idea about the Inner Circle and I'm going to be the champion and all that stuff, and it worked out really good. And then after that, Jericho was like, I'm going to get this guy over, now I'm going to get that guy over, then I'm going to do that thing with that guy. And it was like, what Inner Circle win, for a straight year, like a win in my opinion. But after that, Jake, it was like loss. Really losing now. Like it's almost a loss every time to me. And Jericho might be able to say, well, you know what, the ratings disagree with you. You know what, if they do, then fine. But the bottom line is history won't disagree with me. Nobody will fucking remember Daniel Garcia. Nobody's going to remember.
No, and they could have remembered, they could have remembered the Acclaimed. They could have remembered. I mean, there's a lot of people that have had moments.
I'll remember the Acclaimed.
Maybe, but I feel like they could have made so much more of an impact as tag champs, and they just failed them. They had no opponents to go against, and when they won the belts, and then they had a little celebration, and that was it for months. Eventually, they feuded with the Gun Club.
How about tonight? How about
lost the
tonight?
belts.
I don't know if you saw this tonight, but the
they
rap,
took away their
the rap, no, but it was good. The rap was so good. I don't even remember. He got cut off. He said something and rhymed it with, I think, genius or something.
I
was
have it in my notes.
crazy.
Hold on, it's further down. But
it was such
I
a
was
good
going
rap.
to say Mark Briscoe is someone that could have been huge. Yeah, you take a real life tragedy and make it into something. Obviously, his brother died. You know, his nieces or nephews, whichever, I think it was nieces, you know, that also passed away. It was like, oh my God, all this stuff that happened. And I felt like they failed Mark Briscoe. And you see the crowd so into him tonight. He's taking on Brian Cage for the qualifier, and they had a really good match. You know, the Froggy Bow takes it, he wins, and it's like, damn, solid 10-minute match. And then Don Callis, comes out, and it's like, again, you know, it just, you don't want to care about it. So they had a good match, though, and I feel like Briscoe could have been that natural, overall, believable underdog babyface. He could have had this really memorable run, and instead we get nothing. I mean, I guess they're trying to tell a little bit of the story now, but he's an ROH champion, so it diminishes winning the TNT title. Everybody's got a damn belt. It's just not great. So,
well, a few minutes ago, Z Payne donated, and so for that reason, we got to hit it with it. Z Payne dropping a hundy. In the chat, hit that like button real quick, guys. We're going to get the likes up. I got to order a Celsius. Oh my God, brother.
Oh my God, brother.
Oh my God, brother.
Oh my God, brother. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God, brother.
Shout out to Z Payne, man.
Hell yeah, the one and only. And I want to clarify too. They said that, you know, King of he said Hook'em in the chat. He's like, Warner messed everything up for the Briscoes. I'm like, that was originally them as a tag team. They wouldn't allow them on TV. Yep, that was a problem for a long time. But then when his brother passed away, they allowed them on TV to have the tribute. And then from there, you know, you had this great crowd response, and he was this great underdog character. They really could have had something, you know, with Mark here. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Cancel culture canceled the brothers ever being anything because
unfortunately, as
whatever.
the brothers being together, they should have been goddamn, you know, tag champs. And there was a lot of stories there with FTR that was amazing.
I also know that they weren't
in ROH.
I don't think they were anti-gay really though either. So
no, it was something posted. We discussed this 100 times back then, but
maybe they were. I don't know.
It was something about when they were on a trip to New York, and he sent out a tweet being like, "Oh, there's a lot of gay people around." Something like minded like that. It was supposed to be so.
Oh no, I know what it was. He said he'd have a gun for you if you were something like that. Like it was
the FDR route. What gun?
Yeah, it was rougher than, you know. It was kind of like, oh shit. If the network was worried about that, I mean, they could have had him, like, you know, could have had him sort of like square it up, maybe like say it on publicly, like, by the way, you know, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm not down for like bending the knee or anything like that, but like if he literally felt like, no, I'm not gonna let someone force my kid to be any certain way. That's what I was saying. I have no problem if you are gay, you know, that sort of thing. I would never do that. I got your back. In fact, I got a, you know, whatever the fuck. But if he meant that and he was serious and like he's not going to ever disagree with that, well, then I would say, well, I'm not going to make you say anything you don't agree with, and I wouldn't say anything I don't agree with either. But
they choked and throttled somebody with a pride flag. That was funny, you know.
That's funny.
And that apparently was supposed to be, you know, homophobic, and then the tweets that they sent out too.
Well, the gun thing was rough for the network, I'm sure, but like. But if he clarified, like, yeah, I was just saying that I was in a character and whatever, I don't care what you are, you can whatever. But if he really thinks that and it's like, fuck that, fuck pride, fuck everybody, fuck gays, you know, I mean, well, I don't know. Then what are you gonna do? But I just think it's just sad, man, that these guys should have been on TV wrestling for like I think 6 months prior to him dying, and we didn't get that because.
So here's the exact quote. He said, the Delaware Senate passed a bill yesterday that allows same-sex couples to get married. If that makes you happy, then congratulations. If he left it there would have never been a problem. The next tweet says, try and teach my kids that. There's nothing wrong with that, and I'll fucking shoot you.
Oh, okay.
So that was the negative, and then that was the tweet, and then there was also something else about when they went to New York. There was another tweet there too. So
well, I mean, he could easily clarify that though, and just say, yeah, what I meant in saying that was, in fact, they could have turned it into a storyline where the Briscoes like are interviewing, and they're like doing an interview, and he's like, I mean, when I said that, like, what I meant is, like, I don't want anybody to force anything on my kids, religion, sexuality, none of that stuff. My kids will be my kids. If they grow up and one of them is gay, then so be it. But you're not going to push anything on my kids. That's what I was saying with that. And it's taken out of context that I hate gay people, and that's not me. And then what they should have done was had a gay tag team, like attack them.
The Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed. Exactly, the Acclaimed. And that would have been great.
Daddy ass.
You got a problem when we say scissor me? Hey, man, don't say that shit around us. There's no scissoring going on here with the Briscoes. We beat people's ass in the ring. We ain't scissoring nobody, you know. And then they're like, it would have been fucking. Why don't you do that stuff? I know. Oh, we can't do that. Fuck off. Everyone's sick of the cancel shit. Do it. Do it on TV. It's even better, dude. That's what would get attention. You know what I mean? You talk about not letting these guys on because they're worried about this controversy. Bring the controversy. The WNBA right now is showing you exactly what happens when you have controversy. It creates cash. If you can get a bunch of rainbow people upset watching AEW because they want to see the Briscoes get their ass kicked because they think they might be homophobic, then great. And then if you can get a whole bunch of people watching because they're like, yeah, the Briscoes are right. Fuck that shit. I'm sick of the pride shit. Like, and then you literally put that feud on TV, and then we can all come together laughing, watching it like, oh, this is funny. It's like real life is happening. And that's when you have the best wrestling. When you're imitating real life and you're putting it on there and people's real passions are starting to come out, like when it was Canada versus America with Stone Cold and Bret Hart and shit like that. That would be gold. It would have been golden, but they don't do that because we can't do that. Like, it's so, like, bro, it would be so money. And then it would spread all over the place. It would be like all these forums would be writing about it, like gay bashing wrestler, you know, whatever. This guy is a homophobe. Like people trying to cancel stuff and they're trying to cancel the sponsors, but they're afraid of that because they don't want to really deal with that. But it's like, oh, like it would be, I feel like it would be good. Maybe not, though, because maybe sponsors really would back out at an alarming rate and it would hurt the brand. And it might because.
If you do it initially, I mean, we've seen how shock booking works and, you know, especially WCW days, TNA days, even some of the Attitude Era, you have those, you know, shock moments and you might get an increase of viewers the week after. But typically, those type of moments don't get really a ratings increase because it's not something advertised beforehand, and it leads to a lot of like discourse and discussion, but it doesn't always lead to viewership.
And how great would it be if like the Acclaimed went out and they went out looking for a celebrity they could get? They were like, hey, we're looking for a celebrity. The storyline is these guys like bash some gay people. And
who represents gaydom?
Yeah, like who wants to be like whatever?
Fucking
like
JoJo Siwa, that's who they get. God damn, she's making a gay pop revolution.
Yes, JoJo Siwa would be in this, and they'd come out to her song. She'd come out to her song, and the Acclaimed comes out, and she's in their corner, and then the Briscoes go and get Alex Jones to be in their corner. And like,
she couldn't say scissor me, she'd be like shocker me.
Can you imagine Alex Jones? Then we finally get Alex Jones in wrestling, and and they tell him, listen, Alex, you can say InfoWars, you can plug your shit, whatever you want to do, and then you just cut a promo on how these guys, everything America, everything you stand for, they stand for, and just go into
the frogs. You're turning the locker room gay.
They're trying to turn the locker room gay, and that's not gonna happen. Not on my damn watch.
Like, oh my God, can you imagine the ratings that would have gotten and how well that would have done? Everybody be watching.
Put a chick in it and make it gay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what they did, and they went and got JoJo Siwa, who sold her damn soul to the damn devil, and now she's talking about, I'm going to be a bisexual KISS member.
You know, it'd be great.
Revolution.
And honestly, you wouldn't really know which team is the bad or the good team, like, because each team would have good points, but, you know, you can take a side. And
NXT had Poppy, AEW has JoJo.
Oh, God. Well, that's a trade-off that somebody lost.
All right.
Super Chat Party.
Super Chat coming in from Botch Club.
I acknowledge Joe Cronin, Jake DeMarco, CWBW post.
WBW post. Okay, well, you should watch Sexy Red and
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels in a limo, cringy red, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see what Botch Club has, if the site ever loads. Oh my God, Botch Club approaching 80,000 followers.
Duncachino? Don't
Growing
mind if
bigger and
I
bigger.
do.
Oh, Haystacks Monet.
Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
I would rather see Mina, Tony Storm, Mariah play Kissy Tettis than seeing the Young Yucks or Learning Tree Time. Also, it needs a female EVP character to have another front on those doofuses.
AEW needs another female EVP character to have another. Yeah, I mean,
Well, they could have Daniels run both sides, like just like they have, Nick Aldis, and it would work. Just have him come out and be like, "Hey, you ladies, stop killing shit," and make matches, And we need an authority figure that's actually doing stuff, because we know Tony's back now. We've seen him sitting at gorilla position, but yet the Young Bucks are still taking over. So who's really in control? It's illogical. It doesn't make sense. How are they taking over when Tony's there? I get when they were in Canada, Tony couldn't travel because of the neck injury. But now Tony's sitting there. We've seen him sitting there, and the Young Bucks are just taking over. So it doesn't make a lot of sense with what they're doing.
I love killing babies. I love killing babies.
oh, she loves killing babies. Okay,
I guess so. Jesus.
Yeah.
Not wrestling news, but one of the funniest things didn't you have a Lock Her Up song, right, with Trump a while back? Didn't you have something, if I remember vaguely, about Hillary Clinton when he did the whole Lock Her Up? This was many years ago.
I think so, yeah.
2016 time, Because now Trump's saying that he never said to lock Hillary up, because they're threatening to lock him up, of course, now that he's guilty. It was just, like too funny.
Yeah,
he's like, I never said to lock her up. That's terrible. That's awful.
That's what
I would never say such a thing.
They said that, so then I said that.
They wanted to lock her up, not me. Nobody.
Why doesn't I don't know why Trump doesn't say, like, so if I'm Trump and someone says, well, and this is what I say too, like, to be fair to, because I've been on Trump's side quite a bit here. I've been fairly right leaning with this stuff, but like to make the same argument, like you just said, he spent all those months and weeks and things saying, lock her up. I'm going to lock her up. You should be in jail. Yeah, you'd be in jail. That's the type of thing.
It was Make America Great Again, and then Lock Her Up was like his other big running campaign thing. It was those two.
Yeah.
And then he was,
and now he's like, I didn't do that.
All awkward. Yeah, he's like, I never said that. And I would say right now, I would vote for Trump right now, and I didn't at the last election, because of how,
I just think that what he should say is this: listen, a lot of people told me I should lock her up. A lot of people wanted to lock her up. And it could still happen. There's no doubt about it, but it'd be legitimate. It wouldn't be some farce. And here's the thing. I was too busy with other things to spend time trying to lock up a political opponent. It just didn't sit right with me. Someday all things will come out and, people will pay for things they've done. But right now I'm trying to save America, not spend, years in a courtroom, trying to prosecute people. And here's the other thing, like, we don't know if we could really win, to be honest, because there's some corrupt things going on out there. So I'll just say that. And so at that point, I would leave it at that. But, I have, respect for the way that the presidential elections in our country and leaders. And if I were to do that, I would come off very, Stalin-esque, if you know what I mean. So it's a fun slogan. It's a fun thing to say. And it's something that maybe should have happened. And really, if things were all equal, it should happen. But
we're all fooled by fake news.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not. But we can't spend the time to do that right now. And but they'll clearly spend the time to do that to me because I'm winning, and they don't like that. That's
he
what.
truly believes, though, that it was a court case brought on by Biden. Like, he's actually, I do find it funny.
I think it is. I mean,
it could be, but
because all the people involved in it are Biden friends. So it's like, well. Okay, well, that's weird. I mean, the judge is friends with, like, it's like, okay, all these people. So, but no, so I just think that that's interesting. But I do agree with you that him saying, "Oh, I didn't say,"
it just made me laugh.
What are you doing, dude? Like,
Yeah.
he's winning so much, but that's one thing. It's like,
he could have just, like you said, you can't admit that he changed his mind or changed. You could have even like worked how the sentiment. No, I never said that.
He's like, I can write a book on why she wasn't locked up, but I'll let that. I can't talk about that right now. We'll talk about that another time. But what they're doing to me is terrible. And he should have just spun it right into what they're doing to me is terrible. And I didn't do anything like this to anybody, and I could have, I really could have. And we could really, spend.
Exactly.
I could
that's,
be if
that's
I was
exactly what he had to say. I could have locked her up. I threatened to, and I decided against it. I saw the error.
It wouldn't have been the right thing to do. It would have made half the country upset. Whatever the case is, and just move on. Like, because that's what criminals would do to their opponents. I'm not.
Usually
he's
so
that.
smooth too. That's why I was so baffled by him being like, "Nope, never happened." I was like, "Ah, damn it, you had him.
Yeah,
you had it up until then."
It's like someone who's shooting perfect from they're like, boom, three, and then they shoot and it hits the rim, and you go, "Oh fuck, he almost had it."
Exactly. You almost had a perfect.
Trump was
hitter.
He was dunking everything, and then he just on that one.
Yeah, those classic NBA no hitters.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Turning a positive into a negative. You ready? I am going to go ahead and admit I can turn anything into a negative with AEW. AEW went ahead and they have the Arlington Expo Center. It costs $232,000 to rent out the Arlington Expo Center. Well, guess what? They're giving them a deal of a lifetime, 50% off for 6 shows. And they're calling it the Path to All In. Saturday, July 20th to the 26th and the 27th. You have Collision, Death Before Dishonor, and then Collision again. And then you have the 1st, 10th, and 17th, all Collision shows. No Dynamite. So there are 5 Collisions, 1 Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor show. So that'll be a big one. But this is what I was complaining about before. Great that they're going ahead and getting a discount. A 50% discount for them is good because they need to make money, obviously. They need to be, positive with revenue. But talk about killing the market over and over again. You're seeing WWE go to overseas events, and you're getting these incredible crowd responses because they don't see that show there often. They're not replaying Chicago 6 times and then Canada 10 times. And so I wonder, with AEW basically having limiting seating problems and ticket sales issues currently, do you not feel like this is going to cause them even more problems? I mean, how many people in the area of Arlington, Texas are going to go to 6 AEW shows?
Oh, man. I mean, well, Arlington.
I mean, six shows, 5 Collisions in a row, and then Ring of Honor's pay-per-view. You're not destroying the market, and you're not in a real, like major metro. Arlington, yeah, sure, population is up, but it's not like it's going to bring in people from, I don't know, like Houston.
I think they do all right. I really do. I
bet you they will do all right, but they're not going to do great, and that's the problem because you're seeing Dynamites and Collisions again and again get less than 3,000-4,000 seats sold when they should be selling out arenas like they were not that long ago.
Yeah, I don't. How many does it hold?
They can sell 5,000 tickets at an average price of $45. And so basically, if they sold 650 tickets, they're making the venue back across all 8 events. So
how many to make
all
it
they
back?
have to do is sell 650 tickets. They made their money back.
650?
Yep. All they need to sell is 650 tickets to make their money back. So they're not worried about selling 5,000 tickets total so far. As of right now, there's 5,000 tickets sold for the 6-pack of shows. So we'll see what happens. I don't know the number breakdown for which tickets have been bought for which show yet.
For Collision only? Is this only Collision or Dynamite?
It's only Collision and Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. So the 20th and 27th, the 1st, the 10th, and the 17th of August. So July 20th, 27th, and August 1st, 10th, and 17th, which is leading into All In at Wembley. And that's overseas. So I get, you're going to have another big Wembley, but Wembley right now has only sold about half of the, what they did last year. Last year, it wasn't just because it was AEW. It was just a big wrestling event. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was an event. So them having 80,000 plus supposed fans, whatever the real number is, 71, 81, 91, something around there. But we've heard so many, different.
This sounds like a global force wrestling show,
Yeah, sadly. I mean, and you figure with how they would be able to, with the talent they have, they'd be able to sell out more for Dynamite, Collision, all these things.
Do you remember this classic clip of Dustin Starr when I don't know if you remember this,
with Jesse.
Yeah, well, I think so. No. This was a classic clip of
I'll
me.
say it if I want to.
No. I was calling wrestling, and I was trying to get on Global Force Wrestling as an announcer, and I was talking to Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. So, but I was calling something, and I don't know where the call is, but I do have the actual video of the match. And Dustin Starr in the arena.
He hurts his ankle, right?
Yes.
Yes. I remember this. Yes.
Watch this. Here comes Dustin Starr, and he gets thrown over the top. Oh my God! And I thought he broke his ankle. Snap. Watch his ankle. And I want you guys to realize he ends up not being hurt. And all he said was it hurt. It hurt a little bit. And he went back, and maybe he was bruised a little, but he never had an issue.
No sprain, no break, no hyperflex, nothing.
Watch his ankle.
I've done this. I've sprained both my ankles. I've broken my ankles. I've fucked myself up. Ankle injuries are horrible. Look at that. It fully turned out to the side. The only person I've seen have a more severe landing than that and not get injured was Sammy Guevara. When he got the super kick by the Young Bucks and he landed on his foot. And that's, I think, sprained it but didn't break it. No, that was crazy. So
I could not believe that. I was calling the match without having seen it before, so I had no idea that was coming, and I saw that and went, "Oh my God, bro! Look at that leg!"
Shocked. And that was a great event too, doing those because they were going out into baseball stadiums at that point in time and doing these global floor shows, and they were getting like a really good set of sales. So, actually, I have a more particular breakdown for section and tickets sold right now. So, there is currently, for the first show, 860 tickets sold, 270 comped, and 160 being held by AEW. So that's what, $1,290 altogether?
Yeah, I would bet that they would do their normal, 3,500, maybe 4,000 tickets.
Maybe by the time the show arrives, but currently right now you're only at like 1,200. So. It says right here, with the tickets they've sold so far, the $1,290, that equals $58,080, and revenue would be for each scale, so it'd be $58,080 per show. So if they did that, they would make their money already. So they're more than breaking even, obviously there, but AEW just doesn't need to be profitable at this point. So it's nice they're getting a discount. Certainly, it helps the books, but do they really, need money? Doesn't seem like it.
I don't. I mean, this will help them with some revenue, I guess, based on what the numbers you talked about.
Yeah, with them saving for the arenas, but I mean, 50% discount for the arena booking is great because it helps in the area if they do get all this viewership and people that come out. Like when WWE does Mania, that you have tourist boards paying gigantic money for WWE to come because it helps the economy greatly. We've seen that. Travel, hotels, lodges, all these different things, food, it all goes up.
And what you hope is maybe some new people like, oh, there's a wrestling thing at the park tonight. And people go that don't normally watch. I don't know. I don't know what you're hoping for. I don't know how this shit works anymore.
I would love to see AEW sold out again repeatedly. I don't want to see them having tarps and empty seats, and it really hurts to see Edge, Adam Copeland out there before he injured himself. And, talking to nobody at all and just going ahead and performing a entire soliloquy to an empty audience is just really upsetting to see. So I don't want to go ahead and have those moments going forward. Hopefully we can go ahead and see, some more fans turn out. We'll see what happens with Wembley. Tonight, AEW started off with the return of MJF, and, he called out everybody. He went ahead and he called out every single top star there is, from Swerve on downwards, said that, Okada isn't the guy, and, he said that guy looks like he can't afford a gym membership, and he's like, Swerve, your entire group turned on you. I'm a business mogul, and I would have, went ahead and missed the public speaking part like you, so... He picked on Ospreay's teeth. He just went and tore everybody down. Bruce came out, basically making the next challenge against him. MJF puts him over, and they get taken apart by security. MJF says, not here, not now. So they'll have a match soon enough when he gets to go ahead and have his first match back. That'll be a big draw. Then they had a fatal four-way to go ahead and decide who would get the shot at the AEW International Champion. So Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Jay Lethal, and Ray Phoenix had a fatal four-way. Ray Phoenix won at the end. He pinned Jay Lethal. Okay match. I'm not crazy about the four ways to set up title contenderships, but hey, it worked. It's just something that's like happening all over the place. WWE's done it, NXT, AEW, it just kind of plays out. The only thing I hate more than that is eliminator matches, but silly, you have to beat the champion to then face the champion. As we said earlier, Mark Briscoe took on Brian Cage again in a TNT title match, ladder match, Forbidden Door qualifier. That's a mouthful. Then we go ahead after the match, and Briscoe wins. Takeshita and Don Callis come out, and they're basically making their threats towards him. So we'll see where this goes in the tournament. But, it was just a okay match. You knew who was going to win from the start, and that was it. Then we have Hook backstage, and now he's being mentored. Instead of dealing with Jericho, he's working with Samoa Joe. And that's a huge positive. That's something that I'm happy about. Excuse me. Hook needs guidance. He's still young. He's still, is not quite the mold that he can be. And doing the whole, chip thing still with him chewing that, I feel like it's a little more juvenile. He should be advancing a little bit, talking a bit more, yet he still seems very nervous in promos. So hopefully working with Samoa Joe, he'll get more confident, and he'll be able to work a bit more high-profile matches with Joe in his corner. Then we had the Acclaim come out. They start to cut their rap on the EVPs, but that's when Matthew and Nicholas appear on the big screen, and they say, look, the employee handbook, it says you can't disparage EVPs, so you guys, you got to get the fuck out. So why doesn't Tony Khan come out and say no? He's there. Why doesn't Christopher Daniels come out and stop this? Wasn't that his job the week before? He came out and foiled the Elite. Wasn't that what happened? They were going to make Jack Perry the champion. They were going to go ahead and give him the belt right then and there. And Daniels comes out and says, no, there's going to be a tournament. I speak for Tony Khan. I don't know why Hook's dad is not mentoring him. You would think that Taz would go ahead and be the man to beat the man, but no, really, I mean, with all the stuff that Taz knows, sure he's been training his son his whole life, and Taz has been working with him. So that relationship they have, he's proud of his boy. He always is. So you would think that would be a easy fit of all things there, but it's a bit baffling. Maybe they didn't want him as a heel before, so they had, Taz's group was a heel. It was a bit odd, but they could have made it work, certainly. I think that, Samoa Joe is a great person to work with him, though. And then we had the Blackpool Combat Club. So Danielson, Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta coming back. So that's good to see him. I thought they would go ahead and make a bigger deal that he's back, and no, not really. Like, hey, we didn't advertise earlier that this was going to happen. Nothing. We got a heart attack, and then basically, we led to the end of the match. You knew the Blackpool Combat Club were going to win. Yuta got the pin, and that was that. So another just missable match. Then we got Jericho backstage, basically just chastising crew members, and we had Matt and Nick in the back again, going on, talking about that, everybody's screwed out of the title shot, and Cage wants another shot. And basically, they said that they'll have their back, but he's going to have to return them a favor. So we'll see more of Brian Cage coming up. Then we had Mariah May taking on Saraya. Decent match here. Saraya went ahead and, puts her in her submission at the end. She's got her brother out there. So what is it, Zach Knight now? And she finally got her brother a job. Hey, look at that. She finally went ahead and got him hired. So I don't know if he'll be wrestling on Dynamite or Collision anytime soon, but I did like what he did here. Again, the family dynamic worked. He looked over at his sister and he tells her, he grabs his hand and he's like, put her in the submission. Get her. And what does she do? She makes her tap. So it looked great. She got this guidance from her brother. And I will say Mariah May sold the submission quite well. She kept looking over at Toni Storm, being like, are you going to help me? Are you going to save me? She was wincing in pain. I thought it was a good sell job. Made Saraya seem really strong here. So her winning kind of felt like a bit of an upset. Like, oh my God, that shouldn't have happened. And then they just had to go ahead and blow it up. They had something good. It was good. Toni Storm's going for the attack. Saraya attacks her. But then they have to go ahead and bring out Shirakawa, and, it's going to be Storm versus Shirakawa instead of why not take on Saraya again? All right, so that's the match for Forbidden Door. So does anybody? We've seen Mariah May, Toni Storm, Saraya, all of these characters working together, and then they throw in Mina Shirakawa out there just to kind of clear everybody from the ring. So a bit confusing, and they had to put a hat on a hat, but they had something decent with it, and then they kind of ruined it. Then you got Jericho backstage with Private Party. Skip
after his gyno surgery.
That was his third backstage segment. So excuse me. He went ahead. He had one with the members before. He had the one where he chastised talent. Now he had this one. And then we get the main event. We get Swerve Strickland taking on Roderick Strong. Decent match. Swerve's going to come out. Obviously, the winner here. Obvious outcome. So a bit of a boring main event when you know who's going to win from the get-go. There was never a question that Roderick Strong would have a chance. So bit disappointing. I mean, not much on this show really to write home about. Forbidden Door is not a pay-per-view I really care for. I'm not a fan of New Japan currently like I used to be. I was big into it many years back with Prince Devitt and all the Bullet Club starting and all that shit. But when they bring over talent from New Japan and or set up these shows as a dream match scenario, but for what we're getting, it doesn't feel that way. Initially, that's what it was supposed to be: dream matches and these incredible feuds. And I feel like they've blown through a lot of the dream matches without needing to. So
they need to stop, Jake. They need to stop putting tough people with Hook like it's going to help him. Like the guy, Hook is terrible at talking. So Hook is awful. He's awful. But the weird thing about Hook, here's the problem with Hook. This is fucking crazy. When Hook used to originally come out and like prance around with his like mug face on and come out and wrestle and then beat somebody like Goldberg, he was working when that was going on. He like looked good. He came out. He seemed tough. He's believable in the ring. But then when he gets backstage and starts talking, it's just awful every time with Samoa Joe, it doesn't matter who. And so now he's exposed as this guy who's like not
bad at speaking.
And
he doesn't have a ton of character, and he is a bit of a draw. People like him, but there's not a lot to him, and they really need to develop him more.
I don't know if he's a bit of a draw.
He can do a few big like judo throws. No, the fans like him, but I don't know if he's like a needle mover, as they would say at this point. But
he's not anything.
There's a good amount of fan interest. People like him. There's rumblings. People want more from him. It's just he's not able to deliver.
His presentation from the ramp to the ring and in the ring is good, so people like that. But everything else is like yikes with him. So.
Yeah, and a lot of times you get just the judo throws and a couple of suplexes a la Taz, but you don't get that real visceral, unhinged side from him that I would like to see. He should have been a killer from the street. When he came out with oh my God, the rap guy there, and they had the match.
Well, there's a problem, Jake. When I first saw him, I was like, oh, he reminds me of like Jake Paul or somebody like that, but he's a wrestler. But now Logan Paul is a wrestler.
Exactly.
And
so
it's
they kind of didn't go with the model that it seemed they were going with. And what was it, Action Bronson, right? That he performed with at Grand. I saw it too, and I don't remember.
Oh yeah, maybe that's right. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. They're gonna have something here. They're gonna, they're giving Hook a spotlight, and then after that, you didn't see him for weeks, and it was like, all right. So a lot of times it is the booking, sadly, but. Hook's character isn't great. Just like Jack Perry was really bad on promos when he started. He's getting better because he's getting more time to talk and hone his craft. I think Jack Perry's improved, honestly. That is a positive. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the other guys haven't gotten the same chance.
Let's go back
I'm curious as to why Haystacks Monet, he said, he cares for the Mina Shirakawa thing. He said AEW has been setting Mina up for this match for about 4 weeks slowly. And the first time they said Mina arrived, how they did was crap. I think he called AEW on at that time. Yeah, I didn't care for when they introduced her, and they just kind of had her come out there and do the champagne thing, and it was really bizarre. It was like out of nowhere. It didn't have that desired effect of making you interested. It was like, what was that and what the hell is going on? So it was more confusion. But I realized they're setting up the match, but it feels like the bigger match here is Saraya and Toni. So maybe All In again, we'll see. But I don't know. With the women's division right now, You know, we have Sasha. Who's she gonna face? Who are we gonna see Mercedes Moné face going forward? I wish the Willow thing had more life in it because that's a great opponent for her to go back and forth with.
Yeah.
Make Mercedes a true heel. Willow is a natural babyface. They should have kept going with that. Instead, they have Willow running after Chris Statlander for turning on her. And I get you want to go with that angle first, but it feels a little underwhelming with what they're delivering. So it feels like Willow's going backwards. You were the champ. Now you're going to go and take on someone lesser. And it would have been nice if that was like the build up to the title, you know, but instead we didn't get that.
Yeah, it's where do you
could
go
get
from
Saraya
here?
versus Monet in London. That could be good too, but I don't know. I really don't know who we're going to see take on Mercedes next.
I don't either. Maybe Tony's. I mean, no, they're different belts, right? So I don't know, man. Like they're a mess. Like there should be all this stuff mapped out. Like
because Sasha's
Serena Deeb.
I always call her Sasha, but Mercedes is the mid card champion. Tony's your overall champion, and it kind of feels backwards, and that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah, it really does feel backwards in a way. But I would have Sasha face or Mercedes. I would say her and Serena Deeb. Like I think you just mentioned Serena Deeb, so I would say, why not have Serena Deeb say, you know, I showed you everything. I can beat you for that because I taught you or something like that. She didn't, but like just make that up. Or
no, instead they had her come out and try and cut a sympathetic, you know, babyface promo talking about how she had seizures and almost never wrestled again, and the fans shit on it because she's never been presented in that light before. She's always been a heel. So to come out as a former heel and now cut a babyface style promo, it didn't resonate.
But maybe Mercedes be a heel or face. Do you think that's the problem? That it's
well, that's the thing too, because they've had Mercedes come in as a face essentially, but then she does some type of heel actions, but she doesn't feel like a heel. And that's an issue with most of AEW at this point. Undefined, you know, character traits and personalities. Yeah. People are all over the place. I really liked the match tonight too. Saraya and, you know, we saw it. It was a damn good match. Like I said before, she sold great. I enjoyed it. And then they have to throw on all the other shit afterwards, and it just feels like an afterthought. You know, I don't know. The women's division has been in dire straits for a while, so. I'm
trying to think of the women they have because they have a lot of women. I mean, also they have Athena. Where's Athena? Or is she injured?
She is in ROH at this point.
Oh,
last
I don't watch that, so that's a waste.
Yeah, for the women, I mean, there's Abaddon, Anna Jay, Athena, Billy Stark, CJ Perry. Is she even still there? Deonna Purrazzo, Britt Baker. We haven't seen in how long now? I mean, we really don't know.
Isn't Britt Baker injured too, or we don't know?
They were saying that she was ready to come back, and she was trying to come back and waiting for storylines. That she wasn't injured when she left this time. I've heard so many conflicting things.
Dude, it's and it feels like there's multiple people that haven't committed to the company or something. Because it feels
Thunder
like
Rosa.
It feels like now whenever somebody's missing, even though they're not injured anymore, it feels like they're all people who have said that they might not sign again or they aren't signing again. And so Tony is just like, all right, don't give them anything to do because they're leaving. So all these people with a month, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months left on their contracts aren't wrestling, it feels like, because they don't really want to because they're leaving. And so then Tony doesn't do anything with them. I don't know.
Well, 6 months ago, Britt Baker had the back injury. But then we've also heard so many reports of, she's ready to come back. She's waiting to, so I don't know what end is true. Is she still injured? Is she able to return? And you see this happen quite a lot. So I'm curious to see.
I think Adam
Tony
Cole
Khan said today he's eager to have Britt Baker return. He would love to have Jamie Hayter back in AEW, which is all well and good. I mean, he was talking earlier today to Uprocks, speaking with Raj Prashad. And he said, Dr. Britt Baker is one of our original stars. She's been out injured for an extended period of time. I'm very eager to get Britt back here. Like I said, we've also heard reports that, hey, she's been waiting to come back for a while now, and they haven't had anything for her. So hearing that is baffling, if true.
Now, I heard, and I don't know if this is true, because I always thought like that Britt liked this situation because she could do her dentist stuff on the side, which is weird to me, but still do this.
But she's still a full-time dentist, yeah.
But I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but I'm hearing, that Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole is Triple H is in the ear of Adam Cole, and Triple H also wants Britt too, and he wants the package of the two of them, and he wants them both in the WWE, and that, you know, by the time this year's over, Adam Cole will be in the WWE. I mean, I don't know. Britt Baker too. But Britt Baker's very into Tony and was a staple in this company, but I don't know.
And Tony Khan said today that, you know, Adam Cole, he's not 100%. He's getting better and better. He's like, hopefully he should be able to return soon.
Right. And, you know, maybe he'll be back. Adam Cole this will now be, we're talking about potentially a 2 to 3 year sidelining for this guy who's in the prime of his career. Sidelined for like almost 3 years. I don't think the comparison works because it's just a different, to me, Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest legends ever. And at the time, I mean, he was a legend when he retired for the first time for the back thing for 4 years. This is approaching, you know, not 4 years, but 2 years, something like that for Adam Cole. And it's turning into longer. It's reminiscent of a mini version of Shawn Michaels, where Shawn got hurt, and then he would come back and have these speaking roles and parts. And ironically, that's what Vince wanted for Adam Cole, was him to be like a manager. And everybody joked about Harvey Whippleman because Adam Cole is so tiny, he actually looks like Harvey Whippleman. And that's what Vince McMahon wanted him to be, was like a Harvey Whippleman or something like that, which is
really seemed that way.
Fucking crazy to think about. Like when you see Adam Cole wrestle a ladder match and you think somebody wanted this guy to just be like a nobody manager. Like, it just seems crazy. Even James Ellsworth, you know, they wanted James Ellsworth to do that, but it's like, dude, James Ellsworth was a good wrestler. Like, I mean, or at least he was pretty good. He sold well. Dude, this guy, remember the matches he had with AJ Styles and like during the Dean Ambrose was helping him out and whatever. Like,
yeah,
man, that guy, like, it was exciting to watch him in Styles.
Yeah, it was fun.
James Ellsworth, like, I mean,
Mr. No Chin.
No Chin Ellsworth.
Yeah, no chin, 2 hands, hit him in with 2 fans at a dream or something. Yeah, he had that kind of thing.
That was awesome.
Come on out, you rapist!
Remember the memes when he faced Braun Strowman? The memes of him like scared with his fists up. It was so great, dude. It was so natural. And
the thing
all
is with
done.
Adam Cole, Joe, he was able to wrestle for a bit when he came back from the concussion injury, but
Thanks,
he was
Ordinetta.
out for over a year with the concussion. Not sure if he'd even ever be able to return. He comes back. He does the ROH title run, tag title thing, and All In main event with MJF, and then he not even in a match comes out and breaks his ankle. So
Kisses to Joe and Jake. Did you say criminal, turtle?
Randy Viper, thank you for the $2 New Zealand. Yes. The criminal turtle. We don't know where Welsh is tonight. We actually, Welsh won't show up until Jake leaves in the next few minutes. We're actually, we're up against the time right now. We're up against our time limit. We'll get to like 1 or 2 more things quickly maybe. And then I'll do my last 15-minute goodbye on the show.
Well, I got a couple more things here quickly for
Let's
you.
go.
Raw this week, they averaged 1.67 million viewers. That's down slightly from the 1.69 last week. 1.69.
Oh, that's not great for Raw, but like that.
Not great, but not terrible. They're
not going down. They're not going down.
They're not.
Oh, Jake, courtesy of Botch Club on Instagram. Look at this.
There you go. Oh, gotta have the titty slap.
On the top. That hurt. That really hurt. For a while.
Keeping it in the fan.
This is what I told you they should be doing on Raw. Natalia and her sister. Natalia and her sister need to be breast chopping.
Sisters or lovers?
That hurt. That really hurt. For a while.
Scissors.
I mean, would you ever think that your thing would be titty chopping your sister? And because they're not trying to chop the chest.
No, they're boob slaps.
They're slapping their boobs and their sisters.
Tits out.
Yeah.
Watch out for the shoe. That's what they're going for.
Watch out for the cum shot.
Unless, oh no, hold on, never mind. Don't want to get you in trouble again.
Yeah, be careful. Medical,
Speaking of good news, though, NXT averaged 768,000 viewers for the USA Network, and it's down a little bit from last week, but not by much. They were at 787, so only less than 20,000.
That's solid.
Still holding strong. It's solid. It's what they want for NXT at this point. Remember, it's still their developmental, so that's what they're going for there. Raw this upcoming Monday, we got the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn taking on Otis in a non-title match. Does Otis go ahead and choose to side with Sami, or are we going to see Otis be a true heel? We have Io Sky taking on Lyra Valkyria, and then Braun Breaker, after completely fucking destroying Ricochet on Raw, which was excellent, he's going to take on Ilya Dragunov. Sign me up. I can't wait to see that. So Monday is going to be a big night, and that's coming after Sunday's NXT Battleground. So really quick, Joe, we got Trick Williams taking on Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. I would not be crazy if they had Ethan Page win, but I see Trick Williams retaining here. I don't know about you. It seems like it's just a good heel for him to face right now. Apparently, they're saying Ethan Page didn't sign a deal with NXT or WWE, and he's a free agent. So it's curious to see where he'll go next.
He's just there to help.
There to help out. And
well, I think he's signing to TNA. I think TNA is signing him then.
He might be.
And he may. And honestly, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE wasn't fronting the money. I wouldn't, and I don't know if this is the case. I'm just making this up, Jake. But I wouldn't be surprised if WWE said, listen, you'll be in TNA, you sign with them, and WWE, fronts some of the money so that Ethan Page could make $150,000 or $100,000, maybe $90,000, $100,000, something like that. And he works TNA, and WWE considers that him like learning stuff and whatever, and then gets to work in NXT. I don't know. Could be completely wrong, or maybe it's just TNA signing him. Or maybe it's just TNA paying him like they pay everybody else. $600 for a regular show, $2,000 for the pay-per-view. I don't know. It
works.
Because why wouldn't you sign for NXT then? So maybe he thinks, well, I'm involved in these two companies. That's great. And then I'm going to go in the indies and see how I do with merch and stuff. But I think
a lot of people have done very well for themselves on the independents.
I think Ethan Page
look at Zack Ryder.
But dude, I don't know. He'll do all right, but it's like,
he could do well.
I think he needs to sign with somebody.
He's got a very good, solid audience. It's like 70,000 to 100,000 that follows him for his toy stuff and his vlogs and things.
Oh no, he does toy stuff.
He does. He's
one
of the
fuck
toy
my
hunters.
life. There'd never be anything.
He's another one of those damn action figure collectors and toy store enthusiasts.
What a fucking loser, dude. What the fuck, dude? You're never gonna fucking be anything. Shut that shit down, Ethan Page, you fucking idiot. Shut that shit down. Oh, my God, bro. You're never going to be anything. Do you want to be Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona? Or do you want to be John Cena, Stone Cold, The Rock, Roman Reigns? Is Roman Reigns sitting in a basement with a bunch of fucking action figures around him like a fruitcake fuck? No, he's a man who battled cancer and has a kid and is the tribal chief, and he's sexy and the women want him, and he knows it, and he don't give a damn. He's not live streaming about his fucking Bret Hart action figure that he tongue fucked earlier today. What the fuck, Ethan Page? Fucking cut that shit off now! You're too serious looking, and you look too much like a man to be doing that. You go down 2 full points in my book if I see you opening a fucking action figure of AJ Styles on a stream, and if you start crying and calling your fans lovelies like fucking goddamn piece of shit Adam Cole does on his Twitch show. I swear to God. I swear
Chugs,
to Christ.
Guys, I'm Chugs.
Hey guys, it's Chugs. Hey guys, what a sweetheart you are. Thanks, Marty, for the 5 bits. Hey man, you be you. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Guys, it's great to be here with you today. I thought we would do something maybe different today. I was feeling this vibe of like, I'll never believe anything! These wrestlers need to stop being 10-year-olds! Be the super freaking hero you're supposed to be! God damn it! Ethan Page, you're done.
I
You're
don't even
done.
think we'd
I'm
see-
a man. You're not.
Would you see Drew McIntyre play with action figures? Even his own action figure, he'd probably rip the fucking head off of and snap in two.
Even if I was caught dead playing with my own action figure, I'd have to kill myself and bury my own bones in the ground. What kind of
Dang.
man are ya?
Where's Connor when you need him? If he wasn't somewhere cheating on his wife, maybe he could be on this show doing that accent.
Beating up senior citizens and pushing whiskey. They keep saying that for SummerSlam. That's
No,
the
I
big
didn't mean
rumor.
that, Connor.
Yeah, but McGregor,
Oh, okay.
they keep saying SummerSlam. I don't know. We'll see how it goes this weekend with the UFC. But could you imagine if we had Conor McGregor come to the WWE for something? I don't know. Does he still have the brand power as he once did? I don't feel like people are as hot with him as he once was, but he's making his return soon. We'll see.
The Drew McIntyre CM Punk stuff is what I'm honed in on WWE. The MJF stuff, anything MJF does is what I'm honed in on AEW. I'm trying to think. Tony Storm is somewhat interesting still. I still like the Acclaim's raps. Trying to think of like what else has really gotten me going. And I don't know. I mean, when you said that Dragunov match earlier, the Braun Breaker Dragunov, that does sound good. Like that actually does. And I don't care about Dragunov. I actually find him cringy and I don't like him right now. I don't know why. I just don't like his weird accent and the way he's like, "Ugh." He reminds me of the other guy from, who's the guy, Ludwig or whatever his name is? That guy,
Ludwig Kaiser.
I can't stand him either, but
Him and Sheamus had a damn good match this week.
No,
too.
I know, and he's good in the ring. I just don't like.
He is, but the character's not great.
I just don't like it. Yeah, it's something. I don't know why I'm so bored by him when he
But like
starts.
you said, Punk is injured, Drew's injured. Yet they've been some of the best things on the TV back and forth. I like that they keep it
MJF?
up online. Yeah,
Well, Adam
Drew
Cole
has been attacking each other and continually going after Punk. He's doing stuff. I didn't get locked in the headquarters. It takes a real man, basic knife skills and tricep strength to get out of there. It's like, yeah, keep digging at each other, keep building this feud. It's been great.
Right. 100%. And listen, I will say
Tricep
something.
strength is a nice little dig too. So
I will say something nice about Adam Cole. I do want to say something nice about Adam Cole. One thing I will say about Adam Cole that's nice. Adam Cole is a rarity in that he really on the microphone is pretty good, because the Adam Cole that I see on Twitch is totally different from when he cuts a promo on the microphone. He's actually really good at making me he's a good actor, I think, because he's really good at making me believe like he's serious. But then I'm like, he does leap over that hump of that weird Twitch guy that I see on Twitch. He's not like that in the ring, so he's able to kind of like be the man on TV. But Adam Page, man, he's not good enough to me to be able to live down if I see him open up a fucking action figure on his YouTube channel. I can't do it.
no doubt.
So,
and we got Drew McIntyre just a little shy of a week away, going against Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship at Clash at the Castle. That's going to be in Scotland on June 15th. I'm so excited for that show. Sami Zayn, Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship, Bayley, Piper Niven for the women's, and then we'll get 2 more matches announced this week on Raw and SmackDown. So it's going to be a great event. Obviously, Drew is going to be the hometown hero, pun intended.
when is
there,
this? When is this airing?
That is June 15th. So
Damn, man. I wish it was like around my birthday when I was off, because what's the
I know.
15th?
Saturday, June 15th.
And what time is that?
It is starting at 2 Eastern.
Great, so I won't be able to see it. Okay. So that's
That's the problem with the international shows. I mean, they're 5 hours ahead, so it's not as bad as like some of the Saudi and Australia things. It's not 5 a.m. with Japan.
I won't be home till 7 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, you'll catch the recap. You'll get to go over it with me, and we'll have some fun with it. Monetize this, but I'm telling you, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, I can't wait. I'm excited. Clash at the Castle is going to be a hell of an event. One thing I want to mention to you before I go is Randy Orton. He's speaking very candidly with WrestleBinge, and he said, "You know, I love Vince. He gave me so many opportunities, but I think it was time for him to move on." And most of Randy Orton's sentiment here, that was a direct quote. He said that, you know, Vince never understood that it's important to be home for birthdays and Thanksgiving and Christmas, but the current people do. Vince McMahon had us. He had us on Raw on Monday Night Live. Everyone. He didn't care if you had kids. I came to him when I was 35 and my back really started to go. I pleaded with Vince. I said, listen, I can't do as many shows. Maybe do half the tour and be able to recover. Vince just looked at me and said, I need you on those shows, Randy. Mother Nature gets us all. So he said to hear that and go, okay, I guess there's nothing I can do except wear myself out down to the nub until I can't walk anymore for this man. He said currently the new talent that's taken over with Nick Khan and others are great. They're family men. Triple H, you know, really gives us a chance to you know, go home, recuperate, recover, whatever it's need. You see that they really care about the talent now. And I wanted to know how you feel about this. Do you feel like it's a, you know, total bad betrayal against Vince for him to say these things, or
no? I
do you
just
really think it is.
No,
You know,
listen.
just-
I think Vince is from a different era, and Vince was, you know, a hard ass. And I find some of the things, you know, Vince did this to Vince Russo. You know, Vince Russo was like, hey, you know, I really want this stuff, my family and whatever else. And they
He's like, you make enough money, go pay for a nanny. And
yeah,
that's why he
go pay
quit.
for a nanny and fucking cut this shit out. You know,
Yeah.
Vince could have said, you know, and certainly now in this era could have said, hey man, we can write the shows virtually, you know. But
Look what they did to Eric Bischoff. They moved him across the country, his whole
Yeah.
family. They packed him up, new home, everything, and then they let him go. What, weeks later? So
how goofy
it's-
was that too? Like what?
that was
the
crazy.
hell?
Yeah, that was a baffling one to even hire him back.
And from what I understand, you know, Bischoff didn't exactly have a lot of money left, you know, so it was like, I don't know
Yeah.
what ever happened, if he sold his house or if he just moved, but in there.
I don't know if it was like a contract thing where it was like only while he was hired he was staying there. If he owned it, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I'm only guessing. I have no idea about Eric Bischoff, but
That was one of Cornette's issues. He didn't want to move to Stamford or be in the Connecticut area. He wanted to be home, and they were forcing him at that point to move. So he went to go and take care of OVW.
yeah, and we don't know what, I don't know what Eric Bischoff's worth is. If you look it up, it says 10 million.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
It could be true. It could not be.
But
you don't
Bischoff
know.
made it seem like he was in trouble. Like he made it seem like he was up. Something was wrong, or that he was running out of money, or like hey man, I haven't really been employed in like 15 years, and
Yeah, it felt very desperate to turn to WWE as a job in that moment.
right.
Yeah, it
Or he
seemed
sold
that way.
them, they sold him, and whatever. But yeah,
They basically made him a fall guy, and then everything went to shit. So.
yeah.
And that was some of the worst times for WWE as well, as far as booking and fans' overall approval of the product. I mean, it's only gone up drastically since Triple H has been in charge. And Orton said the WWE cares for the talent nowadays, and they make sure the talent's good. If they need a bit of a break, we're only human. They get it, and most of the time, if it can be worked out, they'll do it for us. And he said that's a huge change that's never been seen before. So hopefully, this is just another positive of the change of no more Vince. And like you said, Vince had that very old mindset of if you're injured, you work through it until you can't. You basically go until the wheels come off. And
Well, Triple H was already like this, but I think it got even crazier when Triple H had the heart attack or the heart issue. I think that really made Triple H, because Triple H, remember, he left NXT and everything. He was just like, I'm at home, my family, I got to take care of this heart thing, and all I care about is my family. And so I think Triple H not only already kind of believed this beforehand. Triple H doesn't do drugs, doesn't drink. Triple H isn't one of those type of people. He really is a clean dude who loves, I think,
quite healthy.
Right, and loves family and the human connection and stuff like that. And so I just think that, the heart thing added to it even more, that made him think, hey man, this is just wrestling and fun and entertainment, and everybody knows the deal now. You need to be there for your family at certain times. It's more important than this. He believes that. Vince didn't believe that.
So many people have said things that they miss: graduations, birthdays, funerals. Look at Becky Lynch; she missed her father's, service and funeral. There's so many things out there that didn't need to be. They're human. They couldn't have been there that week. I can understand not being able to miss WrestleMania, but other times they can always take a week off and make it work. And Vince wouldn't let that happen. So to hear that they're finally being treated like human beings, hey, let's see if they get a union next, right? Or at least more rights.
That's what I've been saying for years, and they tried to kill me over it. Did you know about that, Jake? They tried to kill Jesse the Body.
Quite the conspiracy, isn't it?
It really is, isn't it? You know what's not a conspiracy? I live in Mexico.
Yeah, Hawk's right. Vince was suckering them. That was his whole belief.
Well,
Jesse
listen. He was, Vince is a user. He's somebody who is a user and will run people till the wheels fall off. Some people are like this. And I'm like this. I will run, like, seriously, like I will just be like JB, Jesse, you, everybody, like, hey guys, show's here. I'm going. We're going. Let's go. You do whatever. And how many times have people come to me or been like, left the show or something and then said like, oh, I was up for 7 hours, and I whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't need to be there. That's the difference. I'm not like, hey man, please stay the whole show. Like I don't do that. I go, hey, you go when you got to go. I appreciate you being here.
But you want to be there. You want to,
But people, right? They know, like, I don't want to let you down though, Joe. And so like it's a different type of using someone, like of someone, like, because there's so many times I didn't say like, hey man, are you okay? Like this, you really don't do this anymore. Don't stay up later. Just like right now, we got to get you out of here. It's like I have to know when to run the deal or cut it off or when to make sure I talk to people so they don't run themselves like a border collie ragged for me because they want to just help me and they have fun. Because at a certain point it kills you. And I run things like that because I've always started something, whether it's a business, a job, or like the show like this or whatever. And I always find people that can help me and support it, and they just get run. My wife, that's why Leah works really well with me because she'll help me a little bit, but mostly she's like, fuck you. I'm not doing that. And because oh my God, Jake, imagine if I had someone who just wanted to please me.
Same way. She keeps me calm and focused.
Oh my God, Jake.
I get ramped up, she pulls me back down.
If
and Pico, I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. Yes, Benoit missed a lot. He missed his son. He missed a lot. Poor Benoit.
He didn't miss killing people, I'll tell you that. He was there for that.
Certainly not.
I killed him. All right, well, Jake, you take off, man. I'll close it out. And
absolutely. Now everybody can go ahead and chime
now in. Now we'll see what happens. I don't know though. We'll see. But I will close it out. And
absolutely. We'll keep working on the audio. We'll make everything sound better as time goes on. But thank you so much again for the new equipment.
I think everything's good.
Donates and supports. It always means a great deal.
I think it's all good. You just need another mic. I think that mic is pretty good though. But I think we can get you a better mic.
Better than this. So every little bit.
Every little bit.
Better place for the camera. I got to move stuff around here to make it work better. I just didn't have anywhere to clip shit. So
right.
You get that weird angle view. But if I do it,
I like it.
Crazy and half balding, anyways. So I
like the angle.
It's amazing how much worse your hair looks on camera than in person. Like it looks even thinner because of the light. But my hair is horrible at this point.
That's what my head looks like.
It looks super thin, but in person it's not as bad. But,
that's what my hair. Yeah,
malnutrition and lacks of hormones and shit. And vomiting, that's what it is.
I like it.
Damn straight, baby.
I think we need to get like the tattoo heads.
Oh, we should just get the blackout. Where you just all black.
Yeah, just tattoo my whole head black.
All of it. Absolutely, all of it.
Yep.
Eyes too. Got to get the eyes tattooed.
Yeah. Problem is, if I shave my head and I'll look like a skinhead for sure. Like I will look so mean. So what I'll do is I'll get a tattoo on my head that says BLM, and so then like nobody, it's like, oh yeah, hey skinhead Nazi, and then I'm like, oh yeah, well what's this BLM, and then okay.
Yeah, I told Danny I was going to pick out my head, but she told me I couldn't shave it. So
my daughter just freaks out over that. She's like, "Don't shave your head, Dad, please no." And I'm like, "But honey, look at I'm balding." Like, and she's like, "Oh my God." My daughter is like disgusted by my head. If you think girls don't care,
it looks worse on camera because it's top down and light. But definitely not what it should be. Yeah, you and I are going to go for hair transplant, but we're going to get it from our ball sack, so we're going to have those weird curly hairs sticking up.
Well, we can do the Elon Musk thing. It's $30,000 though.
We could do that too. Yeah, we'll just start our own GoFundMe. Get Jake and Joe some new hair, and then I'll get some muscle implants and some calf implants, and we'll just keep building up the robot.
I like it. I love you, brother. I'll see you later. We'll record something for Patreon soon for all you guys. Will be on Patreon exclusive. I'll look for that.
Absolutely. Hopefully I'll see you all Saturday night for Monetize This.
Ooh.
And before then, we'll go ahead and tell everybody stay sexy. Thank you for coming in out of nowhere, and I love you, baby. We'll talk to you soon.
See you, Jakey Poo. I can't even believe me and Jake do shows again together. I'll stick around for a little bit, just for a couple minutes. Wrap it up like I have been. Yeah, it's I don't know, the wrestling's not getting me too much, but I will say that Braun Breaker match, I do think that Dragunov and him could be fun to watch. I always, you know me, when I see a couple of agile guys like that, I'm just worried they're gonna feed Dragunov maybe to him too much. I hope it's a really good match, and I hope they have chemistry. And I wish there was a ladder involved. Give me Braun Breaker and Dragunov in a ladder match, and if these guys go out and they have a match that's like forgettable, then it's like, oh damn. But if they go out there and they have like a really crazy good match, then I think that's the goal, is them to see if they can get chemistry with some of the newer, younger guys, so they can see further down the line what they could do. Like, okay, yeah, those guys have really good chemistry. If they can keep, there might be something we can do with them in the future. I think that's what this is. And we saw stuff like that back in the day, whether it was on purpose or not, just the two guys were basically in the same division with each other. And I would say that was Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this match. I used to have a VHS when I was a kid. WWF Most Unusual Matches Ever. And I never saw the ladder match in person. I saw it on that VHS tape, which was like from 1997 or 6 or something, or 5, or I don't know. Maybe it was 95 the tape was from. And it was Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart in a ladder match. And that was prior to WrestleMania 10. So Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels in a ladder match around WrestleMania 8 time period. And I think it's on YouTube. And it's great. Lord Alfred Hayes is doing the commentary. It's really good. It's not the Survivor Series. They wrestled at the Survivor Series in 92. But like this was before that, and it was just a ladder match. Shit, you know what? I don't think I don't see it now on is it on YouTube? Oh boy, it's not on there. Or maybe it is and I just can't find it, but either way, guys, it was on YouTube. And I don't see it now, but maybe one of you guys will find it some other time. But if you don't, I have it on VHS somewhere, and it's so good. It's so good. It's a great ladder match, and it's prior to the WrestleMania 10 for sure. And I don't know, maybe I got to type in Shawn Michaels instead of HBK. Ladder match. I can't find it now, but it was really good. It's not. Oh man. Yeah, I can't find it. That's driving me nuts. Oh, wait, here it is. Is this it? Fox Sports?
There's your biggie.
Bret Hart vs. Shawn Michaels Intercontinental title match, July 1992. Why is this on Fox Sports?
Here for Flex Call.
Watch. Why is this on Fox Sports on the internet? What the hell? Oh my God, this exists, but it's on. Look at this, guys. It's on Fox Sports on some web page called Fox Sports. There it is. That's the match. Why is it on this site? What the hell?
Sensational show.
Well, she doesn't interfere in the matches.
Not unless you give her an opportunity.
This is so weird.
Back to the Bret Hart. Nice move there.
What a backdrop by the Hitman.
Wow, that is so. I'm caught off guard by that. What? So you can't find it on YouTube. Maybe somewhere it's on WWE, but it's on foxsports.com/watch. Why is this here? Why does Fox have access to this and nobody else? That is so strange. I don't understand what's going on there, man. Okay, though. Very interesting. What's up, a one I saw long had no commentary either. Oh, yeah, because originally it didn't have commentary. So what happened was that match originally doesn't have commentary on it. It was from some recording of, a Saturday event or whatever, and it had no commentary on it, and it was up. And then what happened is in like 1993 or 1994, WWE released a VHS called Most Unusual Matches Ever, hosted by Gorilla Monsoon. And Gorilla Monsoon, I believe, and Lord Alfred Hayes recorded commentary over several matches that didn't have the initial commentary on them. So that match and I think another one, and then the other matches all have the regular commentary that came with the original matches. But yeah, originally that match doesn't have commentary on it for whatever reason. So you can tell it's like they're not there live commentating on it. They're like they even make sometimes little references to like the fact that they're not really there, but they're trying to make it seem like they're there live. But then they slip up and they sometimes they make like a reference like to that fact that they're not really, so you can tell it's like, okay, well they're not really, it's a dub years later. Which is fine. But yeah, very, very interesting. I would love to know the story between I don't know the story, and I would love to know the story of how Lord Alfred Hayes, came to work in the WWF, and maybe even hear from him a little bit, rest his soul or whatever. Because, Lord Alfred Hayes for a little while was pretty cool. And again, on that commentary, they clearly didn't have anybody else because they sort of had Lord Alfred Hayes kind of playing the heel role or the Bobby Heenan role. And you could tell this was, Bobby Heenan wasn't available, and this was probably right before Jerry Lawler was going to come in or whatever. But yeah, if you find the match online, it's really good. And the commentary is good too because Gorilla is great. Gorilla and Lord Alfred Hayes are pretty good. But, I mean, obviously it would have been way better if we had Bobby Heenan.
Come on out, you rapist!
Zigga became a member. Thank you, Ziggs. What up, dude? Did he get Haystacks Monet gifted 5 memberships. And there's one of them right there. Thank you, Haystacks Monet, for gifting some memberships. I was going to order a Celsius, but, I think we're going to be wrapping up the show soon, so there's really no need for me to get loaded on a Celsius right now.
Come on out, you rapist!
Richard, congrats on becoming a member, courtesy of Haystacks Monet, man. That's fire. Let's see. How many memberships are we up to? Wow. We got 141 members, guys. A lot of this is courtesy of the gifted subs. Holy shit, look at this. Memberships are up.
Come on out, you rapist!
Wow, man. Look at this. A lot of this is because Evo General got one. A lot of this is because of all the gifted memberships from Chief Wahoo, Haystacks Monet, and so many more of you guys have been gifting memberships. Thank you guys so much for that. You guys are making a huge impact in the show. Look at this. Look at the memberships going up. Thank you, man. And if you haven't become a member yet, it's like $2 or $3, $4.
Come on
become
out,
a member.
You rapist!
That would be awesome. You get access to all kinds of crap. Plus, you get the icons. You get my wife's photo, picture, my picture, the thumbs up, the middle finger. You get the Jake DeMarco one. I mean, you get a bunch of cool stuff you can use in the chat. I guess it's cool. I don't know. But then you really get access to all the behind the paywall stuff. So, but it's also fun to get that green highlight. Thank you, Haystacks. That's huge, bro.
Super chat party.
Botch Club again.
New episode of Keeping Up with the Hearts must see.
Oh yes, this is the one we watched a few minutes ago. They're titty slapping, if you know what I mean. I just can't believe sisters, man. Sisters in the pool doing bad things. What is wrong with Natalia and her sister? Like, what is up with them? Like, what kind of videos are they making at home? What's going on over there? Oh, Canadian money coming in.
Tony Storm, Horiage and Mina Tetlik, tongue, #1 segment.
Tony Storm. What? What did he say? Tony Storm, Horiage, Mina. I don't know what. Does anybody know what this means? Mike, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it, bro. I'll probably I'll probably get off the air in a second.
Chris
But
Benoit missed his son's graduation.
oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh. Mr. Pico Boulevard. I think he missed a lot of those things. You know what I mean?
Come on out, you rapist!
Eddie Chaos, thank you for becoming a member in the chat, man. Really appreciate that, bro. Thank you, Eddie Chaos, for getting chaotic with us. 4 months in a row. He says, Dom match in SummerSlam again. Mommy versus stepmommy. This summer, it's mommy versus stepmommy. What song should we make AI write tonight? That's the question. You know? What song should we make AI write tonight? Maybe we should make it be Sexy Red themed. Let's play it again for the people that didn't see it here. As I guess we're gonna wrap it up in a minute here, but let's get you got to see this, guys. Look at this. Some of you saw this, some of you didn't. She's famous on Instagram and YouTube, I guess. I don't know. She made her appearance on NXT the other night. It's Sexy Red. By the way, that's with 2 Y's, by the way.
I know I'm sexy. I got the look. They try, the boys, wow.
I love the spunk, though. I do like that about her. I love it. How's the Celtics doing?
Up and down, that's fine. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. I know I'm sexy.
Oh my god, dude. What in the world? We've got to clip her at the beginning. Hold on. I'm gonna die, dude. Oh my god, dude. Dude, it sounds like a seagull's getting raped. Like, oh my god, that's number one. That's number one. Hold on, let's go back to that again. It sounds like it sounds like a dog. Like, I don't know.
I know I'm sexy. I got the look.
Wow.
They try, the boys, wow.
And she should have said, I'm just a sexy red. That's what she should have said.
I said chill. Up and down.
I love her USA outfit, though.
Just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy.
Oh my god.
Toy boy toy.
Oh boy.
Boy
That's rough.
Poison.
Well, all right. I mean, you know. Oh my God, that's disgusting. What? Oh my God. The Celtics tomorrow night. Dallas Mavericks, Boston Celtics. What do you think in the chat? Who's going to win this? Who's going to win game one? Should I bust out my Celtics jersey, I guess? I don't know. I think it's time to, bust out my Celtics. Get really aggressive with like a song for the Celtics. That's what AI should do. It should make a Celtics song. Where's my Celtics jersey? My computer's been real shit recently. It's been like freezing every few seconds. It started a few months ago. I'm starting to wonder if it's maybe I need a new video card. I don't know. But what do you guys think? My computer's been a beast for years now. It's sad too because I walked into the Best Buy that's now closed. Everything is closed around here. I remember when I used to walk down the street to the GameStop. I remember when I got here and I used to drive to the Best Buy once in a while, and I enjoyed going to the Best Buy. Now we don't have that anymore. Now we don't have that. But I walked in and I happened to see this computer, and it was pretty much built the way what I needed. And although it wasn't great, and it was, obviously it is what it is. But I was like, all right, it's $1,000 and it's what I need. And it's probably, it's actually the best computer I've ever had. This computer that I'm on is the best computer I've ever had. I updated, I think, all the graphics and everything that needed upgrading. And it's like freezing it's like freeze. The RAM is good. I don't know what's going on. So I got to figure that out because it's driving me nuts, especially when I play Diablo 3. I mean, dude, Diablo 3, like I'll be like zooming around as a god DH, and then it will be like freeze and then pop and then freeze and pop. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? And it's not the server. It's not Diablo, because it happened during Diablo 4 as well. And I've been noticing it like on Discord, someone freezes for a second. And when I'm watching WWE or YouTube TV, the YouTube TV freezes for like a half a second. And I'm like, okay, something is going on, and it seems video graphics related. So I'm like, I think the video card might be shitting itself. And it's an old video. I mean, it's the original video card, I think, that came with it. And I think it's oh God, do I have an NVIDIA? Like, I don't know if it's like 1060 or something like that. Whatever. But so like, it might be time for something new at some point. I don't know. Where's Jake? Time to donate? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jake's out of here. But unfortunately, normally what happens is I come on here and I do like 10, 15 minutes now, and I wrap it up. I talk to you guys for a few, and then I leave. So that's what we do now. But a couple weeks ago, yeah, we got showered, but that's not going to happen every week, guys. That's not going to happen. Us staying up until like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, that is not going to happen every week. But I appreciate you guys calling for it. And yeah, Jake is gone, so it's just kind of a joke, though. Come on. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what it is that I need, but it's something. And we'll figure it out. But I do want to say thank you to everybody who's was here tonight, clicking the like button and all that other stuff. I just want to see if there's any last couple little things I wanted to mention. I don't think there is. I think MJF was the star tonight. I think that makes sense. I don't think there was really much else to anything else. I think it was all MJF with his promo, I guess, and then he faced a lackluster opponent. But they did a pretty good job of hyping it up for me a little bit when I don't really give a damn about it at all. So, MJF just feels important. But
Chat party.
I mean, no one else does, so I don't know.
Must see now before you go, Joe Cronin Nation.
What do you want? What should we see? We got Botch Club got something else up again. Let's see what Botch Club has now. We watched the Natalia titty slapping earlier. Now let's see what else Botch Club has for us. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I guess it looks like it's a Roman Reigns. Something with Roman Reigns. Let's see. Let's see.
Crossroads! Cover! Finished the story! Come on, Cody! Crossroads! Cover! Finished the story! Come on, Cody!
I gotta be honest, Botch Club. This is the most terrifying. That's like the most terrifying upload that you've had in a while. You know. Let's go back and wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. The guy, this is great. Look at this.
Get up, John!
Super
Botch Club
Party.
Randy Viper, what's up, man?
Starting a GoFundMe for Welsh school fees.
For D. Welsh's school fees. Thank you, Randy Viper. Start me a GoFundMe too. Botch Club was at the SmackDown. I think maybe Mohegan Sun. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one this one is. But Botch Club was there, like the guy who runs it, the guy that's cool, our buddy. And he goes, "Get up, John." Look at that security guy's ass crack.
Get up, John!
Get up, John. You should have said, dude, you should have said, "Get it up, John."
Get up, John!
Oh, that's a throwback clip of his. But he should have said, get it up, John. Get it up. And it'd be funny if you're like, "Get it up, John. Get it up." Get it up for me. And then like you could have like leaned over like this near his crotch and been like, you know, that would have gone viral. I mean, a lot of people would have thought you were like, you know, into guys, but who gives a shit? Views are views. Botch Club, always crushing it.
No!
Oh my God. Oh my God. And a tombstone, my God. His spine is severed. Oh my God. Oh my God. And that's why you follow Botch Club on Instagram, because you might see somebody get paralyzed. Perfect reason to do it. Yo, that was devastating. That guy might be in trouble. That guy might not walk again. I can only hope that, like, that guy was okay. Like, can we get an update on Botch Club? Can you get, like, updates on these people? Like, by the way, he's fine. Or, by the way, he's dead. The real Inspector Todd just sent me this on Twitter. It's a copy of For Sale for $14.98. WWF Most Unusual Matches Ever. And actually, funny enough, on the cover of the VHS is the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart
Celtic
match.
Pride 2 Aykroyd and Stern kidnap Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, so we've been talking about that. Why not bring Celtic Pride back? Exactly. Mr. Pico Boulevard. Right? Saying my arms. Leah's texting me. I told her I'll kiss her legs. Oh shit! Haystacks Monet.
What's my name? Duncachino. It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness?
Oh, you want some more?
Say hello to my chocolate blend.
One more dono.
Yes. Haystacks Monet dropping one more dono, baby. Haystacks, thank you for the super chat party. That brings us to $40 in super chats. Thank you, Haystacks, man. Really appreciate that, dude. And shout out to the top donator. I think it's going to stand tonight as being Z-Pain. He's insane, and he's up top here. Z-Pain. The solo 100 tonight. Thank you, man. And Haystacks Monet, thank you, bro, for all the donos and the gifted subs. You have been a beast. I think it is probably time. Well, let me see. Did I get everything? Thanks to everybody who got the alert on Patreon as well. If you're a member, you obviously get a bunch of, whatever stuff, but you also get stuff if you're on Patreon. Plus, you get every alert that I'm live, because sometimes the live alerts don't go out. Shout out to everybody who liked my recent posts on Patreon. They are Ramon, Spectral Citizen, Sith Negan, Brent, Azriel, Joe Bishop. Andy upgraded his membership on Patreon. And also Mr. Cater, Daniel Cater. He's a beast. I'm surprised he's on there too. I know he's switched. Well, Louis Urdaneta is on there as well. Clyde Cash, thank you guys for liking. Plus Allison Tuckwab, baby. Who the other night we had an Allison Tuckwab song that was pretty friggin' funny, man. She donated something and we turned it into a song. So remember, if you donate something weird and long enough, we may turn it into a song here on this channel. There's no doubt about it. Haystacks, thank you for that, man. Let's see. What else do we got? The Western Conference have the Nuggets. I had the Nuggets facing the Celtics. That's what I had at the beginning of the season. So, I mean, dude, I'm shocked the Nuggets didn't make it. Like, that was crazy. At least I was right about the Celtics, because I didn't. And listen, I'm not a huge homer. I didn't pick the Bruins to be in the championship. I said I thought Florida would win the championship in hockey, and that could very well happen. I had Florida winning, and I had the Celtics winning. Actually, yeah, I had the Celtics winning, but I didn't know if the Celtics really could beat the Nuggets. I thought, but now that doesn't even matter, and the Nuggets, they're gone. Like I'm shocked about what happened with the Nuggets. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Janelle Banks talking shit. Tuck Rob Aaron Rodgers better than Turtle Welsh. Yeah, Allison Tuckwab's fascination with Aaron Rodgers is almost more interesting than half of the damn wrestling storylines that go on. You know what I mean? Like, it's that good. Like, it's good shit with these two. They're going back and forth, and it's good stuff. Try donating over $10K, Randy. Try telling that to Rastafa, who's got $500,000. Imagine what Rastafa could do if he wanted to. The guy's got $500,000. Can you imagine what Rastafa is capable of doing if he wanted to? But he's too smart. He keeps his money. He don't get into shit. He's like, nah, I'll just keep this. Thank you. I think it might be an NVIDIA download thing. I think I need to install the new NVIDIA. Like, I got to look it up online. First I got to look at my graphics card and be like, wait, what do I have again? What's my graphics card? I think it's the 1060 or something. Let me see. What do I got? Oh, I got the 60. Jesus Christ, was I wrong? I'm so wrong on my graphics card. My graphics card is a GTX 1660 Ti. Talk about being wrong. Boy, was I wrong. Oh my God, was I wrong? That is so different. GTX 16 series for notebooks. Let me see. 16 series. Okay. Yeah, 1660 Ti. Let's see what we got. Oh, it says for Windows 11 though. I don't think I have Windows 11. Maybe is that the problem, that I need to get Windows 11 because it's not compatible now with the new updates for the old Windows or something? I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. My computer's been like every once in a while freezing like quickly, and that just to me screams like some kind of graphics trouble. You know? But I don't know. I'll give this a try. That could be what it is. Even my broke ass has a 3070. Jesus. Why, my graphics card isn't good? What up, Danny MT? How you doing, Danny? What's up? Maybe Danny will drop the bomb. No, I'm just kidding. What up, Danny? 1660. I have a GTX 1660. Is that good? I don't have good equipment. I really don't. My computer's a $900 computer from 4 years ago, you know? Yeah, it's a
You donated 50
shit.
bucks. I'm going to take my dick out because you donated 50 bucks. You donated 50 bucks, motherfucker.
Oh,
I'm
Welsh.
a rich motherfucker.
What the hell?
Now I have more than you tonight, Randy.
Wow.
Shut your bitch ass up, child.
Oh, wow. D. Welsh, thank you, man. Holy shit, D. Welsh coming in. I think D. Welsh is trying to hold off. You know, we've drained him dry here, and he still throws up $50. This poor bastard is keeping the shows running, and I feel bad, Welsh, man. You shouldn't have done that, dude. You probably, you know, you need to save up again or something. I don't know, man. Like, Welsh is burning the midnight oil with the donations, man. But wow, bro. Thank you. I'll put you because I guess 50 or over, I'll put you up here. I feel bad. We got to put Welsh up here. $50, we'll get him up there. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me because I know Welsh has donated so much these last couple of weeks. That's crazy. I mean, D. Welsh is trying like a madman to keep all the shows going and keep everything rolling. So we got to put him up there. Z Payne with the 100. Fuck, my backspace is broken. I need a new fucking keyboard too. Shit's falling apart. I can go get him though. I just got to do it. I don't need any help doing it. I just need to do it. I need to do it. I need to do it, Captain. I can't do it. Sorry. God, I love Star Trek. Z-Pain, I don't like that background, the Z-Pain's thing. I feel like it should be so much better like than this. That's okay. That's not bad. How about that? I just don't like. I want a thicker one.
Chat party.
That's okay.
Happy Hump Day, Joe and everyone. Stay blessed, you all.
Yo, Danny MT, who sounded beautiful the other night on the show, by the way. I'm so happy that he sounds good, man. He sounds like a different person. Like, legitimately, the other day, sounded legitimately like a different person, which is awesome, man. Love you, Danny. I love that you seem like you're doing much better, bro, and I love that you're pretty peaceful and, you know, really I can feel your soul is different. Like, that's crazy. I was actually talking about you months ago because I was like, oh, I wonder whatever happened to Danny. I haven't seen him in a while. And I knew I could probably reach out and find you, you know, and I hadn't, but so I'm glad you came around. So happy hump day, baby. And yeah, we'll see. When it's my birthday, I don't know if I'm doing something on my birthday that's crazy. If I am, I won't be on, but I'll be on the next night for Monetize This, which will be like a birthday Monetize This or something. But if I'm not doing anything, then that Friday night, I'm sure I'll be on, and I'm gonna get a cake, and I'm gonna put my face in the cake, like, you know, live on the stream. I baked a cake for myself, man. You know, I'll bake a cake for myself. You know, Joe, will you jerk off on me? I will fucking jerk off on you. Because I will jerk off on you tonight. We'll do something like that with the D. Welsh dropping $50. You know what that means? You know what that means? I baked a cake for myself, man. Can you imagine that? I'll put myself through my own cake. I'll come up like Mrs. Doubtfire. I'll be hello, like, and then I'll do the whole show with cake all over my face, looking like a goddamn maniac. Give it to D. Welsh. Where's the Welsh song? Give me a song for D. Welsh. Come on, dial it up. Give me the Allison Tuckwab one. Yeah. Allison Tuckwab's Confusion song. We love it.
I don't know who I'm talking to on this site. It says Aaron Rodgers and some other. I don't know what to do. Aaron Rodgers is sexy. Aaron Rodgers is the man. Aaron Rodgers is right. I wanna be in Aaron Rodgers' plans.
So let's go over to here. The man that never gets it wrong almost ever. I mean, sometimes maybe does, but the only thing that Dave Porta Potty ever got wrong was, no, I'm just kidding. I love Dave. The only thing that Dave got wrong, well, she says, go check out his picks for Dave Portnoy's bets. The only thing he ever got wrong was not hiring me for Barstool Sports, because if he had hired me, I mean, we would just be crushing it right now. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, you missed out on how many millions, Dave, with me? How many millions of views with me? And I don't care. He's going to sit there and be like, oh, I don't know who you are. Yeah, well, put me on a stage and watch what happens, man. Watch the money come in, okay? Watch me fuck Howard Stern to death, okay? I'll finish Howard Stern's corpse. If I was involved with Barstool Sports, we'd just end Howard Stern. We'd finish off the end of him. And everybody would want to sign with us at that point, okay? Bet placed for the Oilers and the Celtics. I can't say I don't agree with them here on this, to be honest, but I do in a way because, listen, the Oilers are into something biblical right now. So, but I'm sorry, I got to ride or die with Florida because I watched how Florida played the Bruins, and then on top of that, I picked Florida to win in the beginning of the season, so I'm not going to stray from that. But there's no doubting that this Oilers team is on some kind of a mission, and it could be the time. You know, can you imagine Edmonton? Oh my God, bro! But it does. But either way, a team like Florida's first, Edmonton. You know what could happen there. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think that I can't. I think I would maybe listen to Dave's picks, but I can't stray from my Florida pick. I'm not going to do it now. You know, I haven't done it the whole year. So, you know, can't do it. Thank you, Danny MT. Thank you, everybody else, man. Thank you to D. Welsh. D. Welsh keeping the show a little bit running somewhat. Thank you, D. Welsh. I think I don't know. We might be back behind the paywall next week for Out of Nowhere. It might be finally going back to back to behind the paywall. I think we'll start earlier if that's the case. But even if we were not behind the paywall next week and we were here again free, I think we would be starting earlier. So I'll talk to Jake. I think he would rather start earlier too. So I agree. And so we would probably start at 9 o'clock at that point. So I think that's what we may be doing next week. I believe that's just me speculating, and we could have done that. I just didn't. I wanted to start later because I was so crazy the last couple of weeks. Oh yeah, Brent. Thank you for letting me know that. By the way, I got your message about the NVIDIA stuff. There's just so many things to look at. Unarmed social workers are preparing to respond to 911 calls in Cambridge. Unarmed. Oh boy. I wonder how many of those people killed will it take. Unarmed social workers prepared to respond to 911 calls in Cambridge. Oh my God! You're telling me that they're not going to have something on them? That they're not going to have? Oh my God! My son Chris is freaking out. I'll hurt somebody. It's okay, Chris. It's okay. Stay away from me. I know you want me to stay away from you, you know, just like, you know, your dad stays away from you, right? What are you talking about? You know, I know about your father and you having trouble. Don't talk about my father. It's okay, Chris. Listen, I'm here. Oh my God, he stabbed me. I'm still bleeds out and dies. Can't wait. That will be exciting. You know, I mean, we could see how many dead cops. Oh, fuck it. I mean, but if you sign up for it, I guess, if you volunteer for it, I mean, I mean, you're putting yourself in harm's way. And you're putting yourselves in harm's way without the ability to defend yourself. So you're, like, I understand if it's like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of the scenarios, like, you know, like your son is breaking stuff throughout the house. Like, I mean, like, what's the reason for the calls? Do you know what I mean? Like, my son's screaming at the sky. He's got an illness. I don't know what the call would be that would get a social worker there. And not a police officer. I'm trying to figure that out. And then on top of that, it's like, damn, dude, what could happen? What could happen? Anyway, guys, thank you to Z Payne for dropping the solo Hyundai tonight. And thank you to D Welsh for going above and beyond with his 50. After all the support he's dropped this past couple of weeks. And I think we're gonna call it a show, baby. Out of nowhere. Thank you to Jake for being here. We got him some new equipment. I think it's all really good. I think he just needs a better mic. I'm not too happy with that microphone, but it was a very inexpensive one. It's just that I wanted to get him going with something. I think his old mic might sound better, but I also have another mic in mind to get him for Jake, so he'll be getting a mic. I think we'll get him a mic like this, or, you know, I'm just trying to think of which one would be the best for him. Because Jake deserves the tools
Super chat
to do the job.
Oi, you D-Doxin loser mangled turtle turd, look, I can say more in $5 than your $50. Go dox some more and get more money for Joe, you pleb.
Wow. Jesus. But yeah, but it is an upgrade from the headset, no doubt about it, for Jake. Upgrade headset-wise, upgrade mixer-wise. We just got to get him really going. We'll get him going. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to Z Payne for being the top dog. Z Payne, top dog, sexy pie. And who else can we shout out? Everybody else who dropped donos. Thank you. Everybody else who became members. Thank you as well. And you stay sexy like Jake would want you to. You know? You get sexy. You stay sexy. And you are sexy. I'm Joe Cronin. Fuck it. Like a dog.
Poison!
Oh.
Poison!
Super chat party.
Go beat off to more crooked-eyed bimbos Welsh.
Oh my God, Randy Viper.
Poison!
Randy Viper, New Zealand money.
You've been listening to Out of Nowhere. Courtesy of Benny Johnson, Disney now, they pay $200 million to make white customers cry.
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal.
What about all the black people crying?
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal.
The new Star Wars woke as hell. Acolyte. I'd rather kill myself than watch the new Star Wars. I'll tell you that. I'm not crying, just not watching horse shit. This is Disney now. They paid $200 million to make their white customers cry. Wow. Yikes. That don't look good. Although that might be a joke, she's saying, but I don't know. God, Disney has really gone to hell. Not because I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, I'm out of here. The whole world's fucked. Oh, I got to be on Rumble at some point soon, by the way, guys. I may be on Rumble, so make sure you follow me on Rumble, Joe Cronin Show on Rumble. If you don't know, oh shit, where is it? Let me give you my Rumble link. I know that you guys obviously should be on my, oh God, where is it? You should be on my Facebook as well, but Rumble is probably more important. Let's see if I can find myself on Rumble and send you the link. Here it is. I have 140 followers. Is this me? I'm assuming this is me. Hooker won't have sex with fat guy due to poop ass smell. Well, that video got 2,000 views. What the fuck? Yeah, here's my Rumble, guys. Go over. Make sure you go there. She told the truth out loud jokingly. There you go. Trevor Noah is a fucking loser. Unfunny loser. Fuck, he really is. I agree.
I love the dick.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.